Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Troubles in my mind. Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Troubles in my mind. Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Strong buzz in my mind. Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Troubles in my mind. Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Troubles in my mind. Take me to the water. Strong buzz in my mind. Take me to the water.
Do you wanna dance to the rhythm of your heartbeat? We could take a chance. This Oh, how you make me feel so potent. Nobody knows my name. Going south. Nobody knows my name. Nobody knows my name. Nobody knows my name. Going
What's up, everybody? I am Jake, and I am joined here by Lisa. We're going to be hosting the Nightreign Trials, powered by Intel and Alienware here today. Really excited to get into the show. Lisa, I've been a fan of like the FromSoft games since Bloodborne, since Dark Souls 3. Tell the fans a little about how you've been playing these games for quite a while.
I have, and I have so many tattoos of all of them. Just like murder trophies.
Like one or two?
Kind of. Oh yeah, like almost half my body. Which was really exciting for today because we have two elite teams. We've been playing on Nightreign for what, like a month now? The game has been out, a few weeks now. Yeah, and so we'll have two teams doing 3 days, 3 full Nightreign runs with 3 different Night Lord bosses, and we'll introduce the teams in a second. And if you guys want to check out the players, which we'll also introduce in a second, you can see on their own channels, their own POV of their gameplay in case how much they're suffering on their ends.
Yeah, and if you want to follow along, of course, you can watch those specific streams. Of course, the winner of this competition is going to be able to win some of these Alienware Area 51 gaming laptops. We've got them right here. The players have them as well to play and stream on. And I mean, these are some incredible machines. They're going to be able to, the winners at least, are going to get some laptops to give away to their community. So make sure you tune in with your favorite streamer that's competing here today. Cheer them on, give them your energy. If they win, they're going to be able to give away these laptops to their communities. We want to give a shout out, of course, to Intel and Alienware for powering this event, for making this all possible, for bringing us all together. It's powered by the Alienware Area 51 gaming laptop. These things are kind of crazy, actually. Like, I didn't know that they even made
They're
laptops
right here.
with these specs. It's kind of wild with the Intel Core Ultra 9, the RTX 5080, and 64 gigs of RAM. I'm like, my desktop doesn't have 64 gigs of RAM, so
I don't even have 64 gigs of
yeah, we're behind the times with the Alienware laptops here. So if you're looking to upgrade, you can click the Alienware panel down below the stream. You can get all the info on alienware.com to see the full lineup of machines they've got. So awesome for Intel and Alienware for making this all possible. But of course, we got to do some housekeeping. We got to break down some of the rule set here. Lisa, how does a team like compete and win here? How are we going to determine who comes out on top?
Yes, this is going to be a bit of a crazy lineup because we're going to do first team to defeat all 3 Night Lords. Okay, and for the 3 Night Lords we have selected, we have the Sentient Pest, we have the Fissures in the Fog, and we have the Dark Drift Knight, which I haven't unlocked yet, so I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. If a team dies during a day run, they have to retry that same Night Lord before moving on. So the stakes are pretty high. Plus, there is no use of relics. Everyone's just going in completely bare. So it's going to be a really fair, a very high-pressure fight, and I'm really excited to see how this goes. And let's check out the teams that we have today, shall we?
Yeah, we thought, you know, our runners are good enough at the game. We wanted to give any extra challenge we could. So taking away the relics, I think, adds a little extra difficulty. I still don't think it's going to be enough,
It's gonna be
honestly.
chaos.
I don't think either run is going to fail, unless maybe our team captains might need to be like hopping in the backpack and like keeping pace with some of our more elite Souls runners here today. But I think that's really all going to be part of the fun. And yeah, maybe we could just jump into the team intros rather. Let's see if we've got all of our players ready to rock.
Okay, cool. I was like, I totally forgot that I was doing the first part. So the first team we have is Team Squeex. We have Squeex, we have Parkin Harbor, and we have Little Aggy. I know Little Aggy and Parkin are dedicated Souls players, so this is gonna, I mean, I'll get into who I think is gonna win a bit, but I'll have you introduce your team.
Yeah, of course. And on the other side, it's going to be Team Ludwig. So Ludwig, of course, team captain, followed up by Gino Machino and Distortion. So I think both of our teams, we got an interesting captain here, but it'll be interesting to see like who can keep up, I guess, with the more experienced runners. And I just heard us move in Discord. Are you guys able to hear us yet?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No.
Oh, perfect. Well, that goes right into the next thing where we actually have a prediction poll up for our audience to see who they think is going to win today. And I don't know how they want to.
Are you guys the team to cheer for, Squeex? Are you guys going to bring this one home? I mean, Aggy and Parky, we were playing together recently or at the other Nightreign events. Is this the run you can win? It's a true speedrun competition this time.
Oh, let me tell you. I am absolutely confident we're going to win this whole thing. I think the other team is going to say the same thing. I think the other team has 3, or let me say 2 extremely talented individuals.
Okay.
Who's going to be dragging Ludwig.
Tell me about the third. Yeah, tell me about the third.
Well, Ludwig, how do I explain this politely? Ludwig is basically going to be the flat tire of the tricycle. Right? He's going to be the one that they're going to really have to be dragging along. But us 3 collectively are 3 complete pieces of a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel very confident that each of us brings something essential, and that's why we will work together harmoniously. So they're gonna have to work together just to get Ludwig to be at a competent level.
That was a
100%.
great pitch, Squeex. You guys, Aggie, Farky, do you have anything to add to that? Sound like a well-oiled machine.
We've been
Honestly,
training, so I am absolutely confident. Squeex is honestly really good. Just to be an egg. I have no concerns at all.
Okay. I mean, this is a confident team. I can't blame you guys. I think you've got everything in your favor, it seems. But we'll see if we can chat with your competitors next, see what they have to say. I have a suspicion that they might have a different view, but of course, that's why we had to bring you guys here together for the competition. Good luck, guys. We'll send you off now and
Thank you.
see if we can chat with Team Ludwig. Good luck to you guys. And are we in with Team Ludwig yet? Do you guys hear us?
They're getting there.
They're getting there. We're working them in. We're working them in.
Maybe scare them off. Sorry.
Yeah, Squeex was talking so much trash, like we might have bailed out on the competition. We're not sure. We gotta keep him.
No way.
Gotta cheer him on. No, come on, these guys.
Awesome.
We'll see. If we're able to bring him in.
You have Distortion and Gino Machino and Ludwig. That's an elite team as well.
That's high praise though from Park and Harvard to be saying that Squeex is like on the same level as her and Aggie. I mean, if that's true, they're in a really good spot.
Been training together as well.
I mean, for the community's sake, right? Because this is all about being able to win some of these incredible gaming laptops for your community, for the people. So really, the winners are the people's champions. Not only are going to have, of course, bragging rights for all time winning this competition, being the definitively best Nightreign players in the world, but also for the people to give away these monster Alienware gaming laptops powered by Intel. I mean, incredible stuff. Definitely something you want to check out. Make sure if you're following the streamers, their channels, cheer on your champion, because if they win, you got odds on potentially picking up one of these bad boys for yourself.
If we can't get Ludwig right now, we could go into the team. Oh,
I hear Discord sounds.
there we go. Hello.
Yo,
How's it going? How you guys feeling?
pretty good.
I just gotta let you guys know the other. They were saying there was some mad trash talk going on there. Squeex called you the flat tire of the tricycle, Ludwig. I gotta hear what's your response to that. Like, what do you have to say in your defense?
He said that about me or Distortion too? Sorry, who was he talking about?
I sounded like he was talking about you.
I mean, to be fair, we're still trying to figure out amongst our own team who's top two, who's bottom one, and
Okay.
it's contentious because we're all excellent gamers.
Yeah, you
but,
guys are all on
also
the same
guy-
level, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The guy's name is Squeex. What did he say? Squeex said it.
You guys have really relaxed confidence to you, so this might be a tough position. You're just like, whatever, we're gonna win.
Distortion. Look, we've got this. We got the rule set out properly here. Just all about the speed run, all about the fastest boss clear possible. Do you guys think this is your time to win, to achieve your deserved crown here?
We're gonna try our best. We are going for high risk, high reward though with our team comp. So yeah, we'll.
I mean, with
see
you
how it
guys all
goes.
being just incredibly players, all on equal footing, that should be, of course, no problem for you.
Of course.
I can see that very intimidating pontiff statue in the back too, giving you good luck.
Well, all right, guys.
Yeah,
We're gonna wish you
Big things from our team. I expect big things.
big
And
things.
I find the mouse who barks the loudest is the smallest of the pack.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Well,
No, just kidding.
It's a French thing. It doesn't translate well. We're just moving on.
all right, Ludwig. Well, we're gonna wish you good luck. We're gonna send you off into the competition. Of course, all the talk is meaningless. You got to get into the game. You got to see who is the superior gamer. That's what we're here to find out. And of course, to compete for the community, for you guys to be able to give away some of these beautiful laptops to the fans. So we'll wish Ludwig good luck on their journey. And I got to say, I mean, now that we've seen both teams, I felt a little bit more synergy Team Squeex, but it's a tough call. Who do you think is going to be the winner here?
I was going for Team Squeex originally because I know the dynamic between me and is pretty strong, and also saying Squeex is just as strong as them. But then I see Ludwig just sitting there, just all rolled back, like we'll be fine. I mean, that's a intimidating confidence.
He was very low key about that, which I agree is a strong sign to come into the competition totally relaxed like that. You know, totally focused is a great sign for them. Of course, Twitch chat, you guys can get your preds in. You can also pred on social using hashtag LUD or hashtag SQX rather, to get your predictions in and let them know, you know, you're supporting who you think is going to be the ultimate winner. We're going to be able to show some of those polls eventually. And of course, fans, I mean, I think it's close right now. Oh my goodness. Chat, chill. All right, Ludwig making his case.
Okay.
He's rising, but that's a big gap.
You know, I will say as a seasoned player, every person I know of these games is the most relaxed person I've ever.
That is true.
Yeah.
For all the chaos of the game, right? You have to still be able to be calm under pressure.
It's cool.
Yeah. Especially Nightreign. I feel like it really does come down to some clutch moment. Players down, you know, can't make any mistakes. You need to be cool and calm and collected under pressure.
Not me. I'm psychotic.
I'm like screaming. I'm like, please, Melania, stop hitting me.
I'm crying and yelling all at the same time. But yeah, but most people I know, they're not like that. So.
All right. Well, cool. Seems like the fans are coming a little bit in favor of Team Squeex, and we'll see if they'll be correct. Of course, we got to get into the competition, and if our teams are ready, I believe we can start getting them ready to queue up and start syncing up this game. I mean, it is all about the speed, right? So ultimately, we have other tiebreakers, like if the runs were to fail, if they were to die, then, you know, they can tiebreak in other ways. But realistically, given the strength of these runners, I expect them to beat all three Night Lords. I think it is going to come down to the timing, and I think that's why Distortion mentioned that high risk, it's like they really they're in a race to defeat the bosses. The day phase, of course, at a set time. Yeah. But those Night Lords, you have the opportunity much faster.
And the fact that if they die, they restart the day over. They can't go back. They can't move on forward. That's also huge. And also, I think too, as a seasoned player, you know, it's only been out for a few times. If you've had relics and not having relics, it's going to change your gameplay a bit too. So
you might be accustomed to like a certain strategy that you aren't able to play. So we're going to definitely see a lot of that in the runs. I also think it was an interesting fact, this is since you're playing 3 runs, it's like being able to get through even like the night 3 shop or like loading into the next run faster. That's part of your time, right? You have to beat all 3 runs, and we're not going to pause the clock for any reason. And so somebody's going to be like, I need to take a bathroom break, and the teammates are like, get on the game, bro. No breaks. We are locked in. They're trying to get this done.
Those 15-minute days do feel like an hour sometimes.
Sometimes they feel like 5 minutes. You know, I'm like, the night's already here.
It's 5 minutes, and you get in those boss fights. You're like, I've been fighting this boss for way too long.
You better hope not. I hope their power level is enough where they're able to clear quickly. But it is scary, right, to go for those high-risk plays. Plays start going down, and things could get bad to worse.
I was going to say, have you unlocked all the bosses yet?
I have not unlocked the final boss yet. I think I've beaten about half of the so far. It's a fun game to hop into. It's so chaotic with randoms, though. I think that's why these teams hopefully do a better job of it. I mean, also some of the best souls around, and being able to play together on teams. Okay, they're going to... I really do have a lot of faith in them winning these runs, as much as for me, I'm like, if I go into a run, look, we take what we can get. You know, it's not always going to be a win. It's part of the Souls experience is a little bit of suffering, a little bit of pain, and the challenge along the way.
I'm also watching these streams so I can study, so I can figure out how to play the game right.
I believe me, we'll see with the team captains how much we're going to learn from them. But I think Gino Machino and Distortion, amazing players. Gino Machino actually was on the winning team in the Night Hunt trials that we did with Bandai for promoting the game on launch. And then, of course, Aggy and Park and Harbor, also really strong Souls runners. So for fans of Ludwig and Squeex might be here checking this out for the first time. Okay, the other runners are really, really good. Yeah. I think it will be interesting to see who can like synergize the best with their experienced team members, how they end up, matching up.
I'm also very curious to see which characters or which heroes they choose in their for each Night Lord, because you do have to have very specific builds. Can't just all be one executioner, Yeah, I mean, you could. You can. You'd be amazing at it.
Executioners be absolutely fearless. We all turn into the big dog guy at the same time and just like go wild. Like it could work. I'm not sure we'll see that strategy here today. But I think you're right. Like depending on the Night Lord you hunt, you might need a different setup, a different loadout, a different strategy. I wonder if Ludwig and Squeex are that comfortable with like flexing and playing whatever they need for the team. It might be up to the more experienced runners to kind of lead the way on strategy.
Who is your favorite character to play with?
I am kind of a Raider enjoyer. I'm just a simple strength stat only, jumping R2s all day. Just very straightforward. I mean, it's not the most creative or intelligent build, but it's my build, and it's It's-
You know what? I think it ties in with who you are.
it'll what about you? What have you been playing most in Nightreign? In terms of-
I would say I went with Iron Eye, which I heard is very basic. But you know what? I like range. I like being there for my teammates.
It's cool that the range build is actually sort of viable. I feel like I never played a range build in all the From Stuff games. I'm like, I'm not looking for arrows, man. And like the Elden Ring, I'm like, you could.
I
keep
hated
them.
it at first. I really did. I tried to rage quit I was like, I'm not playing with this character. And now that and Wilder.
I will say
And
that
Executioner.
Iron Eye's dash step ability is so satisfying when you like dodge an attack and like dash hit an enemy. The
Oh,
dash
yeah.
ability is really strong and really good, I think, in the competitive setup because it gives you that damage amp to your whole team. And I mean, looks like our team runners are getting ready though, so we'll be able to send it down into the game and get this party started.
Heck yes. Let's
All our
do
runs
this.
now loading in at the same time, so the sync is good. Competition is getting underway. Lisa,
Yeah.
for now, we'll be on with Team Squeex to start off. They were talking a big game. They seem so confident coming in. Gonna have to see if that confidence is warranted.
Yes, here we go. Dropping in. Curious to see all the. Also, it's so funny. I didn't even know they could get different outfits unlocked until today because I was like, oh yeah, I haven't beaten all the characters yet. I go spoiler free into this though. Okay, we're starting off strong here.
Yeah, just clearing some
all the
cans. Look, this is, I mean, the day one stuff, like if you haven't played Nightreign before, it's pretty rote, right? And in the end, the day phases, these are like timed by the game, so the days are going to take the same amount of time, but you still are under pressure in the day phase because the stronger you get in this day phase, the faster you're going to be able to take down the Night Lords, take down the Night Bosses, which is really where the time aspect of the competition comes into play. So you are trying to get as leveled as possible in these day phases and get your builds online early.
Get all the flasks, get as many power-ups as you can. I definitely have done the whole trade of like, no more getting the little guys, just go for the big dude. And the golems are the easiest to go for first, so that's good.
Yeah, and I mean, using the Recluse here, definitely I think was something we'll see a lot of. Just the amount of damage potential on this character is really high, and I think it's a very hard character to play because you're very squishy. But we'll have to see if that ends up being something that is like a weakness for them later on in the run. Because of course, if you go down and people started needing to get res in the bosses, then that's really going to kill your timing, right? Like you're just going to slow down so much, and you get sometimes caught in those boss phases of like you're rezzing somebody and then you go down and then somebody's rezzing you, and I mean that's going to kind of kill your runs potentially.
It's a massive game changer when you actually play with people and you have comms, because otherwise you're just like, who's the leader? Who's going to go? Who am I following? And then everyone has a pin at the same time.
Yeah, everyone's competing about but where to go, but we're not going to see that. Our runners, I think, are going to be very much in sync.
Yes, this
Clearing out
this would be
jail.
beautiful for me because I feel like most of my Nightreign streams and my gameplay has been very chaotic. How to play with Rain.
Yeah, the random queuing is like, look, you know, you can be a gold mine. It can also be trouble, and a God's Get Apostle rolling out of this early Everjail it's a little scary, right? This is we'll see if it's still good enough for them.
Sheldon Cooper.
Sheldon Cooper.
I can't even say what my name is because it might be inappropriate. So.
I mean, that's. I'm gonna say that's your
I'm
call.
gonna say it's an Always Sunny reference.
So the God's Get Apostle going down pretty easy here. And they're able to
Nice.
just progress on.
So they're just getting through the mini bosses quick. What's
Yeah.
Ludwig's game looking like? Oh, here we go. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, both teams in this day phase, it's going to be pretty rote. Like,
I
just
feel like this
running
first
and
day is just I'm straight up like, let's just go for the flasks. I'm gonna die a lot. It's the second day we were like, okay, I gotta find a weapon. I gotta find the weapon I need to kill the bosses and their weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, you're just kind of following what the shop gives you. I think this is one of the key skills, though, in Nightreign is, like, in contrast to, I mean, at least for me, whenever I play Elden Ring or a FromSoft game, it's like, I kind of know what the build I want to go for is. Like, and I'm going to be honest here, this is, I don't like to admit this publicly on stream, but I'm an absolute abuser. I'm like a Bloodhound's Fang abuser. I summon the Spirit Ash to fight the hard bosses.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I'm like, I have no shame. Games are hard enough. I am not Distortion 2 or Gino Machina.
I very much spent my first week in this game just exploring all the weapons and seeing what I liked. And then I realized there's no time to do that.
But I mean, that's the cool thing is like, you know, in a different run, you might find like a different weapon that's just so powerful, you're sort of obliged to use it, especially for a competition like this where, you know, these runs are all live, right? You don't have opportunities to completely find exactly the build you want. You just have to adapt in the moment and kind of make those adjustments based on what you find. Like what bosses are worth taking down is a big decision, what loot you end up finding, and sometimes you find some of those like really powerful perks after the night boss fight, and that kind of directs your run from there on out.
Also, we're doing the sentient pest first, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. I forgot what his weakness is. I think it's fire. I'm pretty sure at least. This is the most satisfying part of the game is when you beat one of the great enemies and you get to see the little shadow and you get to choose your power up. If they even call them power ups, I don't know.
I mean,
if they call
look,
them in the
the
game.
nomenclature. I'm just gonna trust you on.
Get my one, basically.
Yeah, I mean, so far Day Phase progressing pretty solidly for both teams. Like, if there's any kind of troubles here, it would actually be like disastrous, right? Like these should be really clean phases, the stuff where these teams are just so experienced.
If I drop in with randos and I see they don't know what they're doing, I just straight up just go for the mini bosses myself. I'd be like, hopefully they'll follow.
I mean, honestly, somebody needs to be fearless like that. Somebody needs to bring that energy in the games and just like be like, guys, we can kill this boss. I know the Tide of Night's coming and we have 30 seconds to full kill the boss or we might have wipe, but somebody's got to take that risk. Somebody's got to show that confidence. I mean, look, this is what I expect from these players. I was
They both on now? They're both on level 6, it looks like. They're both on the same level.
Yeah, so the stats are pretty comparable. I don't expect there to be much of a lead this early in the run.
No.
This is like teams both like getting their feet under them, just like getting them started, and it's an opportunity for them to like work on their communication together and just like sync up as a unit. For now, they also have to consider, do they want to go grab church flasks? It's kind of an interesting decision because the church flask, right, as much as it's a really good upgrade and you kind of always want some of those flask upgrades so you have more heals in the fight, it also doesn't speed up your game at all. So you're thinking if you were like pure speed running, you might be really greedy and not go for so many of the heal level ups and just try to be as leveled as possible so your damage is as high as possible. But then people start going down and some of those strategies, there's a bit of a risk-reward decision here for our players and teams to try to follow as they see. It looks like a tree sentinel in the fog. I don't know if they want to take that fight at level 6. Some of these fights I'm like, no, we're cool.
The jails are usually my favorite jail.
Yeah, like whenever I see like the Blackblade Kindreds, I'm like, no, you're good, bro. You can just, this is your castle. This is your castle. I'm
To invade your space, I'm sorry.
like the Revenant ult, nice value out of this. Allows everybody to both lifesteal, health, and mana back from their attacks, which is great for being able to spam cast some of these skills on Revenant or on the teammates. And you can see they're just kind of cleaving through these challenges as aggressively as they can.
I definitely have not been taking advantage of Revenant. I just watched a bunch of videos about how each character's stats and how the best builds for them. I was like, man, I need to be more this. I'm such like a basic Souls player. I'm like, just give me a weapon with some sort of element on it, and I'm fine.
I'd like to hit enemy with my big sword now.
Yeah.
I'm uninterested in your
Very much
consumables, your spells.
Much a dex build for a lot of it, and then this one I've tried a lot of strength. But it's just fun to explore the different types of weapons and stuff.
Yeah, I find myself playing builds that I've never played before because I just like get some item in a run. I'm like, well, it's purple, so I should probably use it, right? And then, you know, I end up using the hand cannon or something, which is an experience, right? It's something everyone should try at least once.
Nice. Well,
So far, so good for Aggy. Just kind of clearing through things. I'm not surprised to see
Seems like,
somebody
yeah,
like Aggy on the Recluse. I think this is, from my perspective, kind of one of the hardest characters to play in the game. Like, I just watch him play Recluse. I'm kind of amazed.
Yeah.
It makes it look so easy,
Very-
right? It's like, oh, you should too.
relatively weak too, from close-ups. Very more of like range.
Exactly. Like, if the enemy does get on top of you, you are in a little bit of trouble.
Yep. But that's me with any enemy.
Yeah, let's be real. It's fun watching players this good at the game because I'm like, this is so much more relaxing. I play. I'm just like
I just love how everyone
fighting for my life.
Everyone knows their goal right now. It's just
I'm like,
get
where'd
as,
the
get
fireman
as many
go?
runes, get as many leveling up as I can.
Man, the fireman just did not last. He's
He
struggling.
was like, okay, bye. Yeah, Magic seems to be really good in this game, especially in the beginning parts. Because you're pretty weak at the front, so it's like, okay, I'm just gonna do some range attacks.
Yeah.
Nobody touch me.
So what's the fill? So they've got the Recluse, the Iron Eye, and the Wild. I think that's a nice like all-arounder comp, right? With the Iron Eye putting that mark that adds everyone's damage on a consistent cooldown with that basic ability. Recluse just having all the spell casting and more damage from range. And then Wilder has like a nice flexibility between doing pretty solid damage, but also being a little bit more durable. He's got that second life passive. If you get finished off, the last hit, you get like an automatic dodge basically for it.
Yeah.
Although that is on quite a long cooldown. So I think for the Sentient Pest boss fight, that's going to be a useful one to have. Wilder can maybe hold aggro
Yeah,
from
well, I was just meant
Scorpion.
more close combat. He's my favorite,
They're
my
got
other
some
favorite.
greed here. I kind of like this. Aggy looks like he wants to go open up this tower, break some of these sigils, follow this puzzle, where the rest of the team is maybe also killing the enemy they found in the Everjail. So they're, I mean, splitting up is where you really get risky. It's where it does get sketchy. Is now
Splitting,
with
I think splitting one person apart, though, from a team this good is totally fine, though.
True.
2 of these players can handle it.
And okay, yeah, they were talking about a high risk, high reward. This is the definition of that. They've got double Recluse with Iron Eye, so all damage, very little survivability, and I think it's Ludwig on the Iron Eye, right? Which is gonna be scary. I feel like Iron Eye has to take a lot of aggro in this Sentient Pest fight. If you're gonna run the double Recluse, both those Recluse really just has a bad dodge.
You have to be very confident in your magic skills.
Yeah.
And your casting skills.
I will say I think this maybe is like the highest DPS build. So this is like they're going for the perfect speed run, which kind of fits for me like a player like Distortion and Gino. Like,
Oh yeah, look at him.
my
It's
God.
the boogeyman had nothing on this.
Tanky enemy.
He doesn't.
I mean, it's supposed to be a tanky enemy.
He doesn't look like a boogeyman to me.
Yeah, he is. Spooky.
He's the boogeyman.
There's some spooky enemies in Nightreign, man. It gets dangerous in the dark. And as the sky sort of darkens here, for those that haven't watched or played much Nightreign before, the arena is going to close in kind of that battle royale fashion into the final arena, and there will be a night boss to fight, which is really the first moment where speed becomes really a crucial factor, right? Like, although you want to get as strong as possible in these day phases, they are all time limited, but the night bosses, the faster you clear them, that's what the competition here is about, right? Ultimately, that's like our final scoring metric, is who's able to get through this faster. And although it's a long run, we've got 3 runs ahead, so it's going to be a lot of opportunities to make comebacks and get back in the action. They're going deep in this cave for, I believe, the guaranteed smithing stones all the way at the back.
Yeah, I also feel kind of bad for the enemies that are like, oh, finally my time. You just walk by them. Like, sorry, buddy, you're too weak for me right now.
He was sleeping!
There's just a knight in the middle of the cave just like waiting to, oh yeah, this is my time. You just walk by and I was like, damn it. Thought
Okay.
to tag you.
I'm kind of believing in this double Recluse build. Their damage is absurd,
Yeah,
actually.
this is crazy.
Yeah, they might really melt. And if Ludwig just stays alive, keeps his mark on the boss, does what damage he can, I mean, I feel like that'll be solid. I mean, this is...
Yeah, I actually love that they have 2 completely separate builds for this. This would be interesting to see how they approach the bosses.
Yeah, to be... Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm worried that like if people start going down in the Recluse build, I guess they're all ranged, right? So they can all res each other back into the fights, and this is that type of greed, right? High risk, high reward. They're stepping out into the fog to try and aggro this Knight's Cavalry, who is...
Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, they're good. They're
It doesn't...
fine.
He's... Bro is chilling. He fell off!
Dude, we're just bullying.
This is...
bullying the
this
shit
is-
out of him.
This ain't right, man. This ain't right.
Jimmy FromSoft. Oh,
Jimmy FromSoft res them back up, and I mean that's nice. They're able to step out into the fog
oh
and
my god.
have an extra like some more level up, some souls, some powerful buffs here. The extra blast restoration, always nice. Jimmy FromSoft, help! He's dying to the fog. Ludwig's starting to get out. Okay, they need to move quicker here.
Yep. This is the downfall of using this character.
I mean, this is the risk you take stepping out of that ring, but it looks like they're gonna be fine. Distortion. Steady hand to the team there, keeping everyone up into the fight.
Jimmy FromSoft. Oh, I hate these cat things. Man, you guys are going crazy. I love this damage you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they're absolutely...
All these tanky enemies are just, they're getting bullied, man.
I mean, this is making me want to play this build at home with the double recluse, but low-key, I'm
No,
dying
I will
on the
die.
first time. But here we go.
I will cry.
The first, and it's the Smelter Demon. Look at the CPS.
Smelter Demon, you know where that's from, right?
Is this what, DS1?
Dark Souls 2, baby.
DS2. You were telling me I need to play DS, but that's what I have only played
This is the
for me and beyond.
say who was when I was like, I was saying Pursuer, but it was like, it was a different big tanky guy. But
I mean, he's a big boy, but he's not
look at him.
that big. He's getting worked over.
Dark Souls 2, he's like pretty tough to bring his health down. But look at them, they're just bullying it, man.
Yeah, especially with these recluse
So
ults.
bad.
Just able to like get all that mana back while they're just
Smelter
bursting it
Demon's
down.
here to like vibe, and you get destroying him like
This is
nothing.
insane. I mean, this is a really great opening first night boss. This like portends really well for the run overall because they're getting so many staggers off. It's like they're not even really that worried for their lives. Ludwig is keeping the mark on them. I mean, Ludwig is locked in. Bro is focused. He was very chill in the interview, and he's looking very dialed right now. A Smelter
This
Demon.
is crazy.
It looks to be going down pretty easily. Maybe he's getting like a couple attacks off, but just getting destroyed here by the
This is a
double
pretty
recluse.
tanky dude too. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's night boss down. That's really quick to that second day. Let's maybe check in with our other team and see the competition. I see Ludwig is looking over. He's second. He's checking the competition. I want to know too. What's going on with Parky and Aggy? Team Squeex on the competition.
We're trying on the third day already. What? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's like they already beat the third Night Lord. Looks like pretty tight race still. And I like this as another optimization you'll see from some of the more experienced players, like heading off into the fog before it even clears, because it lets you get a little bit further into the map, right, before that fog splits away, and then, like, you know, progress across. They're gonna, looks like, go for an Everjail here. And Team Squeex maybe in a little bit of a lead here, actually. I mean, despite how fast that clear was on our main feed, just even a little bit faster for Aggy and Parky.
It'd be so cool if you could see the other team on your field.
Yeah, that'd be sick. like in the racing games, where you're
Yeah.
racing your Ghost or something for a competitive time, and they're gonna go straight for the castle. This is a very rewarding, and the Crucible Night Castle, I believe, like one of the best ways to get runes in the game in terms of that farm potential. And Aggy playing the Recluse up close and personal, but there's some risk with this style. You really have to be super clean with these
Funny,
things.
I have not played with a Recluse at all, but it's interesting that both teams chose one. That's crazy.
I think this is probably going to be a mainstay because I get the sense that Recluse has like the highest possible DPS.
As long as
in
you
the late game.
two characters, at least one or two heroes to be more of the close range.
Yeah,
then I
somebody
feel
to
like you'll
hold
be
that
fine.
aggro. But that's the crazy thing about our Distortion, right? Is their team, Distortion and
It's just two, yeah.
Ludwig, it's like Iron Eye is the one who has to hold the aggro. Who doesn't have the most tank ability. He's mobile, but
See, like this guy right here, man.
these guys have hands, man. I don't mess with these guys.
Yeah, but they're the best to kill.
The Crucible Knights are such satisfying fights in the base game, and there's something equally satisfying about 3v1ing a Crucible Knight. It's like
rain down.
finally feels like some justice is in this world. Quick choices for our runners. Still
I'm gonna get too cocky and try the Recluse and just die immediately.
I mean, they're just clearing out Crucible Knights. The Crucible Knights just give a massive quantity of runes. You have that 80k in the bank here, and we'll see just one more Crucible Knight kill. And there's a lot of them in this castle. There's also, I believe, like a boss on the roof of the castle. That
Yeah,
spawns.
these castles are really good for just farming.
Yeah, there's
There's
to get here.
multiple giant enemies in here, and
And
there's a lot of loot.
yeah, and every rune you get, all the level ups you're able to find. Looks like a red wolf here. And these guys are not too tanky, so
No.
see the full out.
They're just annoying.
Yeah, if they start getting crazy with the spell casting, but you can see our runners are really aware of that, and they're trying to take the fight straight to the red wolf. He's just dancing around.
Also, this is a really bad stadium for him because he
Yeah,
can't move around too much. So
He's struggling. He's struggling. He has not casted a spell this fight, and I promise he's supposed
Somebody
to.
left their pet in the basement. They forgot to let him out.
He wants to go out for a walk, and they won't let him.
He's in his kennel.
Down here in the basement. This is a very sad kennel. They start to get some spell casts off. All right, putting a little bit of threat in the arena.
Yeah.
Parky doing a great job there, taking the fight direct to
Yes.
range with the Wilder. Interesting choices here. Moonveil, you could go for the melee.
Feels good though.
It is potent. But do you want to go for the melee build on Recluse? It's like, I mean, he was using the, I believe, the Glintstone Blade spell earlier, so it's definitely an option. Another Crucible Knight.
Yes, you have high intelligence though. It's pretty good. And Dex. I don't know if Recluse's Dex is high.
I don't think so. I think you're mostly like in scaling. So, you know, I think it's one of those things. It's like, I think Moonveil has in scaling or arcane scaling as well, which I'm sure you have some good stats for Moonveil. I think in general, the game tends to give you loot that is like, at least you have proper scaling for. Like, I don't think you end up finding like big colossal weapons on Revenant.
I mean, I think Recluse has, I think, the highest intelligence scaling, so Moonveil's probably a great weapon for that. As long as you're quick to back out before getting hit. Nice.
Yeah, and it clears are solid. Looks like they're just gonna press onward, not obsessed with taking down the world boss on the top of the castle. They're also a little bit light on the flax, right? This is day 2. This is where you gotta iron out your builds, make sure everything is, all the things you need are available. And so do you want to get the extra runes, or do you just want the stability of having a couple flasks, a couple extras to tide you out through? Well, nice dragon sorcery, absolutely just destroying this blossom. But these things are insanely tanky.
Oh yeah, these flowers are the worst.
Yeah, these things are like deceptively annoying fights. A lot of poise to break through as well, even with the whole raining down fire and fury on it.
Flame Haste. There's so many weapons in this game that I'm like, I need to check out. They're so new. I don't remember that.
That's the thing. I mean, like, there's so many. Like, I feel like every run of Nightreign, I'm picking up a different weapon that I have never played before, and I realize, like, man, it's wild to me that they all have such a good, like, an interesting moveset, and they're all fun, and interesting.
And you have no time to figure it out. You're just like,
yeah,
a 5 minutes to mess around with this thing.
I'm like, I'm just a jar cannon user now, and I will come down with the jar cannon in my hand, firing it at the boss.
I got pretty lucky
10-second reload.
Finding a couple of the legendary weapons in here.
I saw one run where players got 2 of the Moog's Sacred Spear, and they were just like perma bleed procking the boss to death. They killed the boss in 10 seconds. I was like, I feel like that's not supposed to happen, but it did. And you know, there's always something.
I got very lucky on my gaping that because I used the Margot's the blood one, the blood sword. I was like, oh, this is easy.
And it looks like Gino's team, Distortion here, they found a shifting earth here. And so they're going to be able to go venture deep down into this crater.
I've been too scared to do this.
It's interesting because there's a lot of bosses down here, like a ton of loot and mini bosses and passives to find.
You just got to be quick.
And then at the bottom, there's like a giant magma worm that is guarding a guaranteed legendary weapon upgrade. So you can kind of get any weapon to legendary, which is really powerful for the end game potential to run, but you do have to go deep down into this huge cavern, and you know that it's a little scary if time is running.
Oh yeah, Big Mama over here. I hate this.
These things, oh my god, these guys are they're gonna shoot.
Dark Souls 3, man, she's the worst. Big Mama.
You fearlessly.
Oh damn! See, they.
I mean,
nothing.
The build is kind of coming online though. They're getting leveled up.
Oh, heck yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you definitely poising a little bit, getting some of your spells off. And
especially for this character, yeah, you need the poise.
Yeah, you need everything you can get in terms of tankiness.
I love the term tankiness.
Yeah, I wonder how many of these like video game words I use are just like completely made up. Like, that's not good English, but I don't care. Committed. I'm committed to being a gamer.
Committed to the game.
Using my gamer speak. Bypassing these flame chariots, probably not worth fighting. Just take a little bit too.
Especially since they're not. I don't think they're considered great enemies down here.
No, these guys are just giving you a little bit of runes, and they just take a while to actually kill. So Extortion's just pure.
Not fear this team, apparently.
I mean, this, by the way, for the this is like, I think this is like the meta way to play, is to generally, after the early game, just immediately go for great enemies and go for like key bits of loot, because your time is limited, right? So every smaller enemy you fight is like you could have just gone for something stringent. Oh, the drop down.
Oh, see this.
The tech.
I'm so terrified to be in here because like when the Earth starts, the night shifts, and you're just stuck down here. I'm like, that terrifies me. But they got it.
That's some sick tech from Distortion.
I feel
he's gonna start this fight.
It's gonna be so good. Look at this.
God.
There's nothing.
This is a DPS check and a half, and they are
It's
passing.
made of paper.
This is great because honestly, this guy's like one of the tankiest enemies in the game. I'm kind of worried for the Night Lord. But a big.
Damn.
I mean, it's recruit, right? Like if you take a couple hits, you're gonna go down. Like one massive hit could be enough to end you. At the same time, they kind of want to keep that pace up, right? And level 13, though, honestly, they're in such a good spot this run. Like level 13, level 14 is an amazing run.
Try to go for that, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And they still have more time. They still have a second night boss to fight.
Jeez Christ.
Feels like if they don't go down here, they're going to be at least 14. There's a chance they could be hitting max level. And I mean, this spell can't
this range and melee, I feel like this is invincible right here.
So dangerous.
If I was Wilder right now, I would be sitting down in the corner. I'm just like, guys, dang.
Distortion, please carry me.
Go back and get your little power. Oh, there you go.
+3. And I mean, that's such a powerful find to have, right? You get like whatever. Looks like he's got the reduced spell FP cost max, Flame of Frenzy. And they're attempting the castle roof boss here for Team Aggy.
And they're 11.
Squeex is down, but they res him back up. Level 11. Not as but they have 116k runes in the bank. So oh my, 200,000 runes in the bank.
200,000.
They have generational wealth in the
generational wealth. You say that, and then it's like 2 levels.
Yeah, I mean, even 2 levels at this point would be great.
You're like, oh, this would be like 10 levels.
But like, yeah, level 14, pretty awesome place to be.
Wow, so they're both pretty close on this. It'll be interesting to see how they approach the fight.
It's going to be tight. I think it is absolutely going to come down to the boss fights, right? I think the day phases have actually been, both teams have had an amazing first run. They're both in a great spot. I think the Night 2 boss shouldn't be much trouble for either of them. I think a lot of it is going to come down to the Night Lord, because those fights, they're naturally so much longer. They're going to be the biggest moment to compete and to beat your opponents in terms of the time phase. So of the 3 runs, of course, if you fail a run, I feel like, man, it is rough. Like, it's not GG's, but it certainly feels like GG's, I think, if you actually fail a run. It feels like it's going to be pretty rough to try to come back from that scenario with how tight the runners are playing and how, I mean, I'm worried for the Night Lord, honestly. We need to buff up these Night Lords. We need to give
buff up the Night Lord.
We need to give them some stat buff. This Crystallion is about to have a bad.
Yeah, but these guys you gotta break them. Oh, that guy didn't even last a second. The Troll Night Sword. Oh, that's good. A Beast Roar too.
See if they're able to grab a couple extra perks, get those final level ups in, maybe hit a church for some flasks before this Night 2 boss.
Yeah, we're getting closer.
Getting some last final upgrades, hitting the shops. I mean, in level 14, it's like level 15 is not really going to be that much of a difference maker. I think it's more about finding some key items, maybe some consumables for the final boss fight. You do have that final night phase to shop, or I guess the 3rd day, but you know, it's basically just a shop phase before the final boss.
This last little jail.
And it's the Bloodhound Knight, the original Everjail guy.
You love him.
This is my favorite guy. I always fight.
This is my favorite guy.
I want his sword. Nothing personal. It's Bloodhound Knight.
I like them in Elden Ring. I don't like him as the guy in DS that waits at the bottom of the elevator.
Yeah. Assassinates you.
Very different vibe.
Oh my god. I love this. How many enemies are on these positioned perfectly for like, welcome to Elden Ring. If it's your first run, you're gonna have a bad time.
No.
That's part of the fun, is like not knowing what kind of threats are around each corner.
I thought it was done with Elden Ring too after I platinumed it. I was like, I don't need Nightreign. Then I need this game, unfortunately. Especially since I've never been one who's been very like, you know, build. I'm like, a lot of people play these games, they just test out different builds every time, and I'm always like, oh, that's too much work. So this game is like a great opportunity to just see what other builds are like. Except for instead of all the time in the world, you have 15 minutes.
Yeah, and for now, seems like those night arenas kind of coming together here.
These guys.
These little guys at this point, level 14 adventurers, these little lizard guys, they didn't just make it quick, guys. They're cute little guys.
Dark Souls 1, they're so much more cute because it's like crappy graphics.
Yeah, right. It's like it's funny seeing them.
Oh my god, big head.
Dude, I love that some of the enemies are just like silly and absurd. Like, what is this? Man, but like,
Big ball.
there's like the
Big ball head.
bell-bearing hunter is like so tough.
Oh, I
and cool.
hate bell-bearing hunters.
And then there's just these lizards with giant heads. It's like, okay.
I have been cursed to constantly get them in my Nightreign run. I'm like, can you stop? We get it, man.
He's aura farming when he walks at you in the field, just slow walk.
Giants. And they get a worm. Oh, I feel like these worms don't stand anything against this team now.
It's a big boy though. This is a serious loss.
This is the ultimate worm.
The greatest of
This is
worms.
the earthworm.
Straight from the center of the earth here. But
they're also so cute too, though.
yeah, I'm curious. Maybe we can check out the other stream and see what night boss that they grabbed in their competition. See how the health bar competition stacks up. And I assume they're probably both on that night boss together.
How they probably are.
Yeah, it looks like Distortion's team is maybe just a little tiny bit behind right now. It's very close, very competitive.
They're at the mini boss.
Yeah, they're trying to get that.
They're at the bottom
Night
level
to spawn.
employees right.
Yeah, they're dealing with. They're just seeking to speak to the manager. not achieving that
I
just
like how you
yet.
made that a thing now.
I mean, it's actually crazy that they're level 15 on Team Squeex before defeating this Night 2 boss. Like, they don't even need the last level up. They're at max level now. Like, it's wild to me, you know, because like a few weeks ago I was watching runs and people just weren't able to get to this level consistently. It was just not happening. The Great Worm in this phase 2 moveset is actually kind of... Seeing this guy stand up is wild, but here, let's tap in. Team Ludwig trying to catch up, trying to bring this one back. They're clearing out some of these night ads as fast as possible, trying to get that boss on in early.
Oh, he's about to spawn in. Let's see what they got. Oh, man!
They got the Cavern, the Tree Sentinel.
They got
I
all
think
of
this
them.
is like a good one for them because they've got a lot of range.
Oh, yeah.
What is bro doing?
I know.
Bro, what is bro doing? What is bro
He's
doing?
trying to get out of here.
He's losing it. That's not good.
Honestly.
That's not good. Ludwig, he's talking a very big game.
You know what, though? Listen, we got...
Meanwhile, Parky and the squad have repulsed the Knight, successfully defeated Night boss. They're onto the Night Lord. The lead is looking a little bit serious here for Team Squeex.
Oh, my gosh. It's okay, Ludwig. You guys can catch up. You still got a good team.
Yeah, we need Distortion and Gino Machino to lock in right now.
Oh, he's like, I'm not even gonna worry about my runes and buy anything. I'm going straight for this boss.
No, I think that's meta, man. Just go for it. Like you're strong enough.
Got this now. It's cool.
Level 15 is crazy.
Well,
Ludwig, I think, has a respawn. He's gonna be back in the fight. The Draconic Tree Sentinel is not an easy boss to clear though, and so we'll see
the
if
two night dudes. Or is it the night dudes? No, it's the royal guys.
but the Sentient Pest now, the Night Lord, what we've been waiting for.
Noster. Or is it Ganoster?
Ganoster.
Ganoster.
I think it must be Ganoster, right? Let's just call him Ganoster.
Just like how it's pronounced jail, right?
Yeah, ever Gowl, which I was not. Frankly, I wasn't saying for about 2 years of playing Elden Ring. And they're just going straight for the Scorpion, man. Not even targeting down the Moth. This is like fearless nuking. Absolutely every spell in the book.
Going for the tank dude is probably good for their strategy. I feel like this butterfly is a little too slow for them.
And the butterfly's tricky, man. It's hard to like get that damage to land consistently. They send the Scorpion down into the depths, get some free DPS off, and I like that. I think Parky's just.
So it looks like Ludwig is going into day 3 now, which is good. So they might be able to catch up here.
Yeah, and I mean the Night Lord fight takes a long time, right? You see how tanky his health bar is, even for a level 15, the Dream scenario, because they're trying to just focus down the Scorpion first and then back into the burrow. And they're keeping this pace up, right? Full out aggression. No one really taking damage. You know, any hit you take where you have to stop and heal, it's all going to slow you down and run the clock against you. Beautiful dodges here by Parky.
Pretty good job.
Yeah, full holding all this aggro here on the Wild. What big Wilder ultimate charged up for the max stun, and that sends him back down into the earth.
Having Wilder in the front while you have the two, the Recluse and the Iron Eye. Is that Iron Eye? Yeah, that is Iron Eye. Doing range. That's a pretty good strategy.
They're doing the combo move. But the Recluse ultimate is actually so potent here, hitting both of them, allowing everyone to get their FP back up. Parky knows this fight super well, playing these damage phases super aggressively on the Wilder, and here's that damage being poured in from Squeex. Look, I mean, I actually kind of like the idea of the Iron Eye. Go into your, I'm gonna say it's for streamers, Mr. Streamers.
I mean,
Iron Eye can just stay alive. Aggy takes a bit of damage, then goes down, and
oh yeah.
DPS is good from Team Ludwig. They were in a rough spot.
He's not friendly. Look at that.
Like, I thought, thinking about those Knights, Ludwig going down, I was like getting a little worried for this team, but the comeback is real here with the double.
Damage is doing amazing. They're almost caught up. Actually, they are pretty matched right now.
Yeah, it's extremely tight.
Yeah, there we go. As long as they keep up the same strategy, because there's going to be some switch-ups here, especially with this stupid butterfly.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate the butterfly.
He's like procking he probably takes the madness proc on himself for this DPS. It might hurt, but he's just going absolutely fearless with that.
Doesn't look like anyone's gone down so far, though.
Yeah, very stable for both squads.
Wow, this is a close match.
I mean, I knew we have very strong runners. I think it will be coming down to the wire. I'm interested for the fast menu loading of the teams runs. We'll see who's able to navigate quicker to that second menu. The Sentient Pest proving to be a bit of a problem here in this later phase, though. Getting mobile, getting more difficult to continue to deal that DPS onto.
Looks like they're almost done. And
okay, so Little Aggy's team looks like they're going to get the first clear on Noster, so they're off to a pretty serious lead with the Night Lord Feld.
there they go. Victory! Damn.
And the catch-up still being attempted by Team Ludwig. But, I mean, I think they did a faster clear of the Night Lord, and it's going to be, yeah, going down as well for Team Ludwig. So both teams are going to be instant clearing and on to the next phase. We're basically like, this is a tie ball game. This is anybody's match.
This makes me feel terrible at this game.
Oh my god. Don't. That's the thing. You watch these, like...
I was like, what am I even doing anymore?
I was like, I don't want to play anymore after watching all these runs, because I'm like, I can't. But man, you play as much as these folks, maybe eventually you could get there. And now they're going to fast menu into that next run as quickly as possible, right? Get dialed onto the second competition. They're readied up instantly. And they're staying locked in, right? It looked a little bit dire for them at moments. Ludwig took a I don't even know how he died like that in the Night 2 boss.
I think he
like,
got
fell
stuck
off the map.
I think getting stuck in the rain, man, it really messes you up.
He got stuck in the crater.
Because you could be like right in the middle of getting a great enemy and that rain comes like, dang it, I gotta move. And you're like, no, I gotta kill him first.
I will stay in the fog no matter what. And they're locked in. They're straight towards that second run. So Little Aggy's team is just a few moments ahead. But it's like this kind of a lead, man, is almost more stressful to be in the lead, because you know any mistake you make, it could cost you it, right? Like you feel that pressure even more. Versus being the team behind, it's like just stay dialed, keep doing your thing. That's where Ludwig's calm, confident energy, which of course was on display when he was dying in the.
And nobody switched out their characters, huh? They're all keeping the same.
They're keeping the loadouts, still liking their strat, and I mean something said for the consistency of it.
Yeah.
Although I think they added a second Iron Eye here, so they've gone double Iron Eye with a single Recluse. Whereas I think before they were on the double Recluse.
No, there's a double Recluse in Ludwig still.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Iron Eye Recluse, it seems to be most popular right now.
Oh, it's just it was the green Recluse skin. I got trolled.
I know. I was confused at first too because of the skins.
Subductive Virgin, just a sad little guy. I mean, these enemies though, man. This guy like abducts me and takes me to his home. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
These enemies are legit scary.
To being your friends. I'm sorry.
I don't want to go with Mister. I don't want to get into your crazy contraption.
I just love it. Everyone's just scattered like cats right now. They're just like, I gotta get my stuff now. I gotta get all the things I need.
I get so stressed out when I open those boxes. There's like 10 consumables. I'm like,
I do hate that when you open the box, you have to like touch the loot and then it comes out. I'm like, can't it just come out so I can see what it is? I don't have to touch it and then see it come out. You make it quicker. I'm sure there's gonna be some updates to this game still.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting to see. Like, it feels like a super easy game for them to keep supporting after launch with like new content, new bosses, and
new
be able to bring you guys.
Maybe even new
new like endgame scaling. It feels like there's so many roads they could go down. It's just exciting to see FromSoft get kind of more experimental and bring an experience that has been built for multiplayer, right? There's always been a bunch of mods for the old Souls games, for Elden Ring to like make the game really multiplayer friendly. But honestly, modding is like, for a lot of people, it's just like too much effort, you know? And so to have a game that's been built from the ground up for this multiplayer experience that really is like AAA solid, for that is awesome to be able to put on events like this and really bring the community together and actually have them in these kinds of like a competitive matchup.
I also think they sort of realized that even though it's a single player game, they've always been single player games that you can have multiplayer. That, I mean, to this day, if you play Dark Souls 3, there's still the PvP areas people are playing 10 years later. It's I think they realize the importance of having a multiplayer aspect. Hopefully they'll do cross-platform soon, though.
Yeah, we're begging for the farm.
Yeah,
got to get FromSoft on that.
I would be shocked if they didn't make that an update, but you know, so far I think for releasing their first big online multiplayer game, they did a pretty good job of like taking the build aspects of Elden Ring and then turning into a way to strategize like how you're going to go about bosses and whatnot.
I also like some of the balancing decisions of like that, like the new super sprint ability, the mantling, double jumping, and how that's kind of woven
fall
into
damage.
gameplay. And of course, no fall damage. I still like clench when I see people jump off like an enormous cliff and through the world. Please don't do that.
Yep. Every time I'm like, I'm gonna die.
I can't unsee when you're moving so fast, the camera like pulls away from your character falling. I'm like, well, it's been nice knowing you. I'll be leaving all my runes here for the next guy. But no, in this game, luckily, no fall damage. Not worried about that. The Elder Lion.
I mean, that's like the best thing about Sekiro 2 is the unlimited stamina. Otherwise, it'd be a completely unplayable game.
Oh God.
These Elden Lions, man.
Do you remember like the first time you found this enemy and you're like, oh, I'll try and fight him? Maybe I won't do that again after he kills you mercilessly.
I always thought it was funny how there's some From Software dogs have always been kind of a meme, and like, okay, but the From Software cat? I hate it. Okay.
Wait, they're fighting the Blackblade Kindred and an Evertail at the same time?
Godskin Noble at the same time.
Wait, that's crazy. We got to go back to that feed. There's no way. They're taking the double boss fight on the Squeex team right now.
Oh, well, we missed it because it was so good.
They rushed through the Apostle, no problem.
How did they get through that Godskin so... I mean, level 4... I mean, you know what? I'm not even going to ask, actually.
Both teams really focused on these Everjails. I think these are like a really powerful way to level.
Oh, you don't think I'm taking notes this time?
Seriously. I will tell you, fun fact for the adventures, there's guaranteed Stone Sword key drops in the like broken church, the big broken church that has like fire monks in it. There's a guaranteed Stone Sword key drop in the chest behind like one of the pedestals.
And you also buy them too off of the little guy.
Yeah, the little ghostly guy.
And there's a relic that gives you an automatic one too, which I don't think I've unlocked yet, but...
Yeah, so I think it's great for like just getting that farm up, especially in the early game where these levels really allow you to take for challenges.
Jails are my favorite to do in Elden Ring anyways, because if you die, your runes are just like right. You're like, I don't have to go suffer to get them. I can just get them right here.
Yeah, it's crazy how like the diversity of all the different challenges they play the game and how much there is to work with for a game like Nightreign that kind of uses a lot of those fights in a new way.
Oh, are they gonna go for a dragon?
It's crazy to me because I'm like, man, for me, level 4, I would never attempt this. I would be like,
absolutely not. No,
like, this is not.
I will go for the golems because they're shockingly very easy.
Yeah, they're chilling. You just hit their ankles.
I'll go for any small little fast guys, but any of these big tanky dudes, no. It's gonna take I need high. I mean, having a high strength build, I guess having like a wilder does make it easy.
Yeah.
But other than that, you basically, if you're gonna be 2 range characters, you have to make sure you have like good elemental damage or just be really, really quick with your casting. Otherwise, it's gonna take forever. And see how they skipped it? They're like, you know what, we're good. Actually,
I think this is wise because some of those fights, it's like it just takes so long to clear out a boss that big, and the rewards might not be big enough for it. You could go to some other smaller POIs. I mean, they're only level 4, so I think this run actually isn't quite as great as the last couple that we've seen. And it's going to be a Godskin Noble waiting in this Apostle. I feel like these guys are not so bad when it's not the 2 brothers together. But, all right, that Godskin duo fight in Elden Ring, okay, that had me tilted, man. The first time I played the Godskin duo fight, that was like, what do you mean he's resurrecting?
That's like the Orc in Dark Souls 1. Just like, do I have to fight 2 of them? Why is there 2 of them?
When he does his roll attack, I'm always happy to see the Godskin Apostle and the Godskin Noble getting absolutely smoked by these great players. A little bit of mental revenge from my experience in the Godskin duo fight. I know the fans in the chat can definitely relate to that. probably one of the most annoying fights in the base game. But let's be honest, we wouldn't be playing these games if we didn't love it on some level.
Oh gosh, I know. Someone asked me yesterday, why do you like dying in these games so much? I'm like, I don't, but I like the game.
It's sure, it's nothing like the
Nobody
moment of
likes
satisfaction, right? Of conquering a challenge that you thought was insurmountable. I don't know if these players really see these challenges as insurmountable anymore. The skill is so high here. Tap making with Team Ludwig. Level 6, so off to, I think, a better start, it's fair to say, in their run.
Again, another red wolf stuck inside these poor babies, man. Let them out of their kennel.
And this is a scary fight for the double recluse. Oh, hold on. He just barely got the res off in time.
Wow. Oh.
These downs, I mean, the run is still solid, right? They res each other back up. I think the way they play under pressure really
The fact
impresses
that
me.
like barely anyone, no one really died. I don't think anyone died on that first boss. So, or the first Night Lord. You get it. You guys are good. Okay.
Yeah, they're absolutely stabilizing through that, grabbing some powerful weapons, some buffs, keep building towards that end game potential of the run. And they're in a really nice spot now, being able to clear some of this castle. There's going to be more enemies from the fight
I hate
here.
these guys. They're like, oh, he's not on the main screen. Oops. On Team Squeex, these guys have been fighting.
Maybe we could join.
The little wormy guys.
Going in with Team Squeex. Oh, these guys are absolutely devious foes, man. Getting when you fight them in like that dark forest in Elden Ring, you're like, get me out of the scary dark forest.
Like their little bugs that come out, but
yeah, they're worm. I mean, they are living up to the name.
good.
Worm faces.
The drops are good though.
Yeah, and they're not too tanky, right? So in the end, if you're just fearlessly aggroing them down, they don't have those poise. That death status effect, yeah, you don't want to have your death status effects get full. I think that's
for switching between two high-stakes screens right now, because like it seems every time you switch over, another person gets into a boss fight.
That's how it goes, man. And there's a lot going on in a run of Nightreign, and especially with these teams, they're so quick to get on to the next challenge. I wonder if we'll see a castle roof attempted here. Of course, that main world boss spawns up there. It's usually the strongest enemy in these day phases with some massive reports to boot. And a nice, this is a good roll getting the Crucible Knight Castle. Allows you to get very farmed, right? Which is pretty important, being able to clear some of those runs early.
I love these guys so much. They deserve it.
This is such a satisfying moveset, you know, and the fact that you can fight them in so many different ways. And I like that they basically don't care about what you do. Like, they're going to do their thing, and they can always beat you, right? No matter how
predictable, which helps.
True. I'm like, oh, I like this boss. It's super hard. And it's like, you're like, well, yeah, it's hard if you're a noob. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's accurate. Maybe that's accurate for me.
Yeah, let's see who is down below here. Almost on one of those.
I hope it's a bell-bearing hunter.
It is.
It's the red wolf. All the dogs are in their kennel. There's like so many different roles you can get in here, and it's just all red wolves.
Give those the grafted dudes with the. I hate them.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, and we've got a lot of dog lovers. This castle is by a dog lover.
Or a hater, they just keep them in the kennel all
That's true. This is a really depressing place. Like, don't keep your dog in a place like this, guys. Just come on. Be better than this. Be better than the Crucible Knights. Keeping this beautiful puppy down in the cold castle.
I also hate that the dogs are so cute. Like, why?
Yeah, the red wolf and Icon, I would need to have pets behind me casting some spells.
I'm just waiting for a bell-bearing hunter to appear, which someone just actually commented in the chat.
You gotta wait for the bell-bearing hunters. I mean, that's also one of the coolest enemies when you first fight them.
Oh,
it's like,
God.
oh my god.
I also hate their range, though. The amount of times I've fallen off a cliff on my horse trying to avoid their range attack.
Yeah, those guys, it's like they demand you to stand in. I feel like if you fight them at close range, it's like sort of fair fight. But like every enemy, let's be honest, like always back off to heal and stuff, and they don't take kindly to that. They're not interested in you backing off to heal. And a nice talisman there for Aggy, I think, and that's going to be crucial. It could improve the incantations.
He fights with the chandelier.
Yeah, this guy with his crown of horns, his red eyes. And
I think one of my favorite things about this game is like it may feel like some of these enemies are ones that they might have used in the base game, but either way, it's like I love seeing references to the old ones. Like fighting Freya and being like, dude, that's Dark Souls 2 right there, you know?
Yeah, seeing like all the content brought together, and I think in the final boss, there's like all these different classic Dark Souls boss fights, and it just feels like it's crazy how much of a world they have to pull from in the FromSoft universe. Although it seems like,
I
yeah,
feel
Aggy
like
doesn't want to take that fight alone.
on this run, it looks like weeks. It looks like a lot of their team separates too. It seems like a lot of people just go off and do their own thing, or they'll have 2 on one enemy and one does something else. I think it's a good strategy if you're this good at this game. I'm just scared to leave
No,
anybody.
I'm going to be one Andy. I'm one Andy. I'm the team. Trying to stay coordinated, trying to always fight as a group. I think that's key to success.
There we go.
As we'll see Distortion, Ludwig, the squad, taking out a Magma Worm, an enemy they're versed with, they're comfortable with. But in this open arena, it's kind of more of a problem because he kind of just runs away and poops out his little magma trail. You got to like chase him down.
Yeah, they've been getting a lot of the same enemies. Magma Worms and dogs. I feel like every
Yeah, we
time I
probably
play-
start the boss pretty soon.
Okay.
Oh, the circles. Okay, yeah, we can. If you want.
Most.
Where do we go?
They're thinking about it.
Oh.
All right.
Looks like they want to just focus down the Magma Worm first. I mean, this is where those risks, it's scary, right? Like the Night Fog is coming in. You don't have the most.
I'm gonna go start the boss. You guys can keep fighting.
Trying to pluck
Okay.
the boss is interesting too. Like the quicker you start it, because that's where the time element comes in. But they're able to
Oh,
engage
yeah.
us faster.
I think this far down on a boss in the ring comes in, like I'm going for it.
I'm gonna fight the fog, man. I won't.
And
I
I
won't
run
leave.
back to the fog and
remember
grab
what
my
this is,
boots if
but-
I have.
You know what? You gotta take those risks.
Yeah, come
you
here
gotta
quick.
risk it for the biscuit, and that's what this competition's all about. Is
You got him down. Nice.
these comms too from our runners, man. Everyone's dialed. They're focused. Clean comms. We used to say in esports world.
They're all. It's just so funny how much of the same bosses they keep getting.
Yeah,
I
it is.
feel like I feel like I never get magma worms as much.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because it's good from the competitive side, right? They're like similar challenges, and they've got the Grafton Monarch here. So it looks like the Godric is the role here. 14 Squeex, and
I just call him Boogeyman. He reminds me of the Boogeyman.
I mean, this is an aggressive boss. It's actually really good. I think that they have the Wilder here to be able to hold some of the
No,
aggression.
it's like he's not able to be that aggressive.
Like these players, it's like they need. It's like how do we make it harder, man? Like
Awesome,
I can't
right?
believe that because
Like, yeah. Sorry.
the game doesn't look like this when I play. Certainly, my experience is I'm struggling with the Grafton Monarch.
Somehow know how to cast at perfect times. Instead of both casting at the same time, they seem to like be separating it. Like one person casts, another person casts. One person does range, another person. It's like you're always constantly putting damage on it.
Yeah, the coordination is solid. They're getting a ton of staggers out of it. Looks like
Y'all are pros.
Godric is going to be able to drop a couple more attacks, but feels like he's in a rough spot. And the ulcerated tree spurs go down. So Team Ludwig, I think, has a very slight lead here. It's extremely close, but Team Ludwig was able to clear off that night boss just a few
relaxed
seconds
confidence.
faster. Dude, we're really down to the wire in this one. It's a very close race between the two runs. And opportunity now for the day. I mean, this is absurd. Like being 11 in the end of day 1, it is actually crazy. Like for me, I'm like a level 12 at the end of day 2, and I'm feeling pretty good.
I try to get to 12 usually. 'Cause I'm usually level 6 or 7 by day 1, and then day 2 I'm like,
Level 11 is like twice as much XP as that. That's so crazy.
I don't know where they went. That's my one.
I think these Crucible Night Castles are really big value.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this is like,
They're big drops.
yeah, where you want to go for the big drops. And looks like Team Lil Aggy, Squeex, running through it now, off into the second day phase, trying to get as far as possible.
Dude, good too.
Yeah, I think the Tree Spirit is a nice role because it's a boss you can fight really aggressively and not back off. He doesn't really run away from you for the most part.
And they're all pretty predictable. I always just go for the bosses I can predict.
I like the bosses where I can stand like right under their feet and just fearlessly hit them and then dodge roll. I don't want to have to run away from the giant exploding. Those are problematic for me. Never back down, never surrender.
Just love how quick they are.
Yeah, and they know exactly where to go. This is actually great to watch. Okay, this is how I should navigate these points of interest, you know? Like,
Looks like they're both in castle. Looks like Ludwig is gonna unlock castle now too.
yeah, I think it's smart. They
I
both
would-
want
I
to
would
challenge
also
this main
castle.
castle. I mean, this is like this is I think like the meta play is on day 2. You're pretty strong. You go for the main castle. You get like a lot of the runes in the main castle, enemies and some buffs. And then, of course, on the very tippy top of the roof is that main world boss, who is one of the biggest challenges you can take in a day phase. And honestly, these players in the day phases, they're probably just looking for what's the hardest thing I can do? What's the most rewarding build I can get for, of course, my eventual run. It's just fearless, right? He's not even healing. 1 HP, just continuing to nuke the boss. No cares in the world.
I need that kind of confidence.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't need that kind of confidence. If I play like this, I'm gonna be griefing my teammates over and over. Guys, I'm down again. It's only the 10th time this run, so I'd appreciate if you could get me back up.
Yeah, the lack of deaths in this game so far is making me feel like I'm playing it.
And the Bell-Bearing Hunter, long have we waited. Here he is, and on these bosses are very buffed up on the roof.
Oh
although
my god, on the roof.
you'd
too.
be forgiven for not expecting it. Look at the spell casting. This is crazy.
This is ridiculous.
And honestly, I gotta hand it to this Team Ludwig here. They're playing very well here. Ludwig is looking very dialed on this Iron Eye.
This Bell-Bearing Hunter will go back to his hunting friends and be very embarrassed.
It's not looking good for him. He's going to be disappearing in the cloud of it. This is the roof boss.
Any attacks into. Oh shit.
Perfectly timed ult, just instant reses. Distortion gets him right back up into the fight. Ludwig, all right, Ludwig, okay. Squeex was calling him a flat tire. He's looking very round, very, very effective, and a key part of the tricycle, maybe even the front wheel of the tricycle.
Do holy ground at low HP. Always good.
I mean, it could be nice.
Wow.
I guess in the end, he's playing a range build, so he just doesn't care for the melee weapons.
We got Squeex over here dealing with a death bird.
Dude, these birds have a crazy moveset. They AoE attack, especially on the roof, like limited mobility.
Oh.
Squeak goes down. Second time going down in this fight, so this roof boss not going nearly as cleanly. And that's the Iron Eye going down, who's kind of the res specialist for the team.
To be fair, these birds suck.
Yeah, these attacks like ghost. This is crazy. This is where it gets wild.
They're so ugly.
And Aggy tried to get some reses up, get Squeaks back into the fight. Oh, and I think they weren't able to res him, so I think he's gonna respawn and lose a level and have to come back and grab those runes. But it seems like Team Squeaks,
it's unfortunate you can't grab rooms for your teammate.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I grabbed it for you.
I picked it up and I'm level 15 now. You're like, 4, please. Please give me my runes back. The jar cannon. Take the jar cannon. Aggy does no waste, right? It would be a funny meme.
Yeah.
But this is, Aggy's competing for the fans, trying to get those beautiful Alienware laptops to be able to give away to the people. So of course they're fully locked in. It's a Falling Star Beast.
Oh, I also hate these guys.
Yeah, this is
Again, these full tanky beasts.
I mean, they've got the DPS for it though.
No, it's just beautiful to see. I just love watching your health just chip down like that.
It's crazy because I've never seen the health bar go like that. I'm like, these guys take a long time to kill, and already getting through it. Team Ludwig, very dialed. Distortion putting up a great show. And honestly, Ludwig, I feel like Squeaks came in talking a lot of smack, and Ludwig was very cool, very relaxed. And then now he's just here out delivering on the server.
Again, I need that level.
This is what competitive gaming is all about, baby. It's about putting up in the match. It's not about
poker face.
It's also about talking trash. I gotta say, it's also, people want to see a little trash talking. I'm sure if Team Ludwig wins, he'll have his chance to reap those just desserts. And it looks like they got another shifting earth crater. Maybe they're just going to be able to roll through this again, fight that Magmorn with the base, get a legendary weapon upgrade. Always nice coming into the final boss, legendary weapon. Having that consistency of the drop. I feel like these shifting earths, every time you get them, you kind of want to do it, whether it's this one or the swamp or the city. They always give you something particularly powerful that can be pretty potent for the rest of the run. Jesus, Spellcast making that Fire Prelate look kind of a weakling here.
There we go, deep and down. Let's see what they can end up getting down here too.
A couple level ups, level 13. I mean, this is crazy. They're just going to be level 15 every run. I need to get used to that, but
yeah,
mentally,
like how?
Mentally, I can't accept that they're so much better than me. I'm like, I thought.
It's running through this like it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's true teamwork right here.
I mean, we're seeing like the late game potential of the Double Recluse is pretty wild, right? Like just the amount of damage they're putting down. Like these enemies aren't supposed to go down this easy, this quick. Like, and that might give them the edge when it comes to those Night Lord fights because it really is like a DPS check, right?
Taking all this at once. Like here you go. Those dudes didn't even stand a chance.
I will say though, for this second Night Lord for Caligo, it's gonna be maybe a little bit more mobility required in the fight. I'm curious to see how the builds that they've gone end up playing out in those Night Lord fights that end up being really important.
They just defeated 6 subs.
Oh yeah, maybe we can drop in with Team Squeex right now. We got a new fight that they're taking
Are
on.
they doing the
Something we can
is it
show.
Augur raid?
Yeah, it looks like Augur came in for the raid, and they're going to be
Wow.
hopefully get some powerful buffs from this. Sometimes the other Night Lords that you haven't even selected the fight sort of make an appearance in your runs, and they're a little bit weakened in their full Night Lord form, but they're always a valuable fight.
We love the Bloodborne amoeba.
Yeah, this guy is like, I just love like what is this? And like, it's like half the bosses, let's be honest, in Elden Ring and Dark Souls is like, what is this thing? It's either like a lady with a crazy sword,
Lady with a
heinous
crazy
demon.
sword. That's my nickname.
That's what they call you.
Lady with the crazy sword.
They call me the what is this thing?
Nice.
That's
They
more
took
of
it
a
down.
yeah, an Augur just
Ooh,
clean,
man.
easy,
All those and
just stacking up the
the
wealth.
power as well. Ooh, this would be
And
good.
that's a big, I mean, getting the Unifying Fate passive there,
for
Flask for FP,
two.
it's great. I mean, Aggy can really go crazy now with
Ooh.
with that.
Might be a
Flask.
little challenge for Ludwig to catch up to that.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
see. They're doing great.
yeah, they're good.
Right back
Look
over
at the
there.
spells.
They're the 30th worm that they've attacked today.
Seriously, the worms are in overtime. They're unionizing. They demand better working conditions. They do not want to fight against distortion over and over again. Using the iframes from the ult, I think that's actually like a great tech to mention for the fans at home to make Recluse work. Is your ultimate has such a long cast, and you actually are in during the cap. So when a huge attack comes in that's like going to be problematic for you to dodge, you could just ulti and sort of get a free ulti off on the boss, and also stay aggressive, stay close range. So you can turn around and do that damage, and they're using that to great effect, just melting through the Magma Worm. And looks like all these, I mean, there's so many on-hit effects they're proccing with this like rain of arrows. This is pretty awesome builds for the Recluses to have here to really carry on the DPS front, and then Ludwig can just keep those marks on with the Iron Eye, can keep doing what damage he can. Looks like Team Squeex going to challenge an ultra-rated Free Spirit. You can see though that that second day is sort of starting to turn towards night, right? Things are getting a little darker, so time pressure is going to be real here. And they also have this incredible rain of arrows.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my,
they'll
this
get-
cast is crazy.
God. Woo, that was beautiful.
That DPS is wild, man. Such a threat.
Man, they might even get past level 15 for this one.
I think 15 is the level cap. Like, I don't even think you can get higher than that, but honestly, they're about to find out for sure because they are so stacked. I don't think I've ever hit level 15, and it's now that I see it happen this many times in the pro, I'm realizing it's a skill issue. I don't love that. I felt better when I didn't realize that there was such a skill
You know
gap.
there's a level cap. I don't think I've ever made it to level 14 on my runs.
I just been watching the pros play. You know, I've been watching these
Yeah, probably
players
something.
play, and they've been kind of, you know, as you mentioned, showing the ropes, taking that bird out of the basement, or out of the depths of the pit, is your way out here. Just don't press any buttons, or you fall deep into the lava.
I've
Don't
done
ask
it
me.
so
I
many
know.
times.
Falling all the way to the bottom of the back pit.
Oh my god, over in Squeex have another Godskin that they're fighting. Getting a lot of the same enemies.
Yeah, the Everjails. I think that, well, the enemies are somewhat controlled by the Night Lord you attempt, right?
Yeah.
So there's like a different pool of enemies to the Night Lord you fight. Team Ludwig. Looks like they're going to
They're
take a
doing
black
the
blade here,
doubles
but
now,
hitting a
so-
duo, it's a much scarier fight. But I mean, look at that whole channel here from Aggy. He's able to cast these like charge channels. Look at his DPS. Burn. Oh my, the Godskin Noble is getting deleted.
I know, I feel bad.
This is actually, it's a little sad to watch. He's just absolutely
Just watching
destroying.
your brother go down. He's just like, dang, dude.
Just absolutely nuking. Going for the Noble first, too. He's the tankier one, and they're just fearless. Squeex, by the way, doing a great job holding the aggro key, soloing onto the Apostle. Getting a little bit of help now from Aggy. And I love how they manage the aggression, keeping them away from the fight. But these dodges are so, I mean, little Aggy is making it look like this is a good dodge. I assure you guys, this is a very bad dodge. You have
Yeah.
very few iframes to be really clean timing to successfully evade these
Very
attacks.
Confident player to use these clues. which is
Yeah.
Insane to see 3 of them.
For Aggy to make it look easy like this,
Yeah.
it's definitely an important facet to be able to stay aggressive on this character, because I think it's easy to be caught just trying to constantly back away. I wouldn't even blame you for it, right? It's realistically a good strat for most players. Great casting though from Aggy. We're gonna grab potentially 30,000 runes. Yeah, this has got to be level 15. Level 15 is crazy. It's not even night 2, man. They're so rich.
They're so rich. I love this.
Absolute well here. Team Ludwig looks like they're going to be grabbing some blasts, getting leveled up.
I do think the auger raid helps a lot too, but
True.
dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, the auger raid is really nice for casters.
I mean, day 2, man, they're gonna be stacked.
The Mad Pumpkinhead. All right, low key, the Mad Pumpkinhead is one of my favorite enemies in the game. It's just a work of art. This big dude slamming his giant pumpkin head on the ground. Like,
He's the worst pumpkin, but a great enemy.
who like invented the Mad Pumpkinhead? I gotta know what FromSoft was like. All right, so hear me out. Giant pumpkin head slamming he's just body slamming you over and over again. And we're gonna summon 3 of them in a tiny little basement. Enjoy.
Down almost the end of this day, right?
Yeah, both teams getting down to night 2 here. Getting locked in, getting focused, getting dialed.
Day 2 is stacked.
I mean, they're
This is
both
crazy.
so stacked. I kind of feel like this double recluse build, it's giving a little bit of an edge to this Ludwig team, right? Like, they look really
think-
sick DPSing the bosses down. But I also feel like if they go down a couple times, that whole time advantage is gone.
I do think this is a good advantage for speedrunning though too, because you're like, I gotta just get as many hits as I can.
Yeah, it's really a DPS race, right? When you can clear this faster.
Physical fire damage.
It's nice to get a little proc of that as the night boss spawns. Little final buff up. And they've got some of these passives like causing that rain of arrows, and like Starfall, whatever it is. Here it comes, the night boss. Buffs being casted. Golden Vow on the team. Nice value for distortion. Near the
They get
attack
this-
game.
Yes, night.
This little guy. They're just little guys. Okay, this guy, he's a little stronger. Oh my god, this spell is ridiculous of distortion. The shield, though, pretty powerful. Hold on, this guy, he's doing his thing. This flaming bomb surrounding you. This is like, oh my god.
Well, let's see what enemies hit.
Yeah, both our runners are. This is going to be a photo finish, man, at least now. Still a very competitive race for both.
This is crazy.
Maybe we can take a listen in here with Team Ludwig as they actually fight here. It looks like it's going to be the Draconic Tree Sentinel for them in this Night 2 boss. You can see how they're coordinating and calming this one out. The damage is going in thick and fast right now. Let's see if we can get that Q for now. They're just continuing to pump damage, focusing down the Tree Sentinel first. It's sort of a risky gambit because he's so healthy. But maybe the Recluse ult helps them continue to pump that damage, dodging the lightning attack. And looks like to be no problems. I don't even think they're calming it. These guys are just full dial.
These guys, to get the two of them down, the last one didn't stand a chance. But it looks like Squeex over here. What did they get? They got Godskins again.
Dude, Ludwig stayed quiet, man, but he's dialed, man. They are solid. Like, that is a very quick night boss drop from Team Ludwig. That is amazing. And Team Park and Arbor with Squeex and Lil Aggy, they're in the Godskin Apostle fight, with Godskin Duo fight, but they're sort of just getting started in it. I mean, this is a pretty big lead now opening up from that insane DPS on the Tree Sentinel. Maybe that kind of Tree Sentinel with his 2 Cavalrymen, all the AoE from those Recluses is really generating a lot of value, and the Apostle even catches one with the grab, so...
And you're still up, though.
Yeah, you're still alive. It's not...
He's like, listen, my Recluse, not so reclusive.
Wait, yeah, but... I mean, Team Ludwig is on to the Night Lord, man. They're pulling out to a very nice lead. This is a great moment to be doing that in the competition. Gives you a bit of comfort going into that 3rd run. But then again, it all could come crashing down, right? If you have an awkward run on the Night Lord, you know, things get a little bit sketchy. If people start going down, you could lose a ton of time in those later fights.
Yeah, but even peeking over at Ludwig, they are getting some damage in there pretty early.
Yeah, they're on to the Caligo right here, taking down the Fissure in the Fog. And this is ridiculous, DP. This is a Night Lord boss, man! Ludwig is destroying the double Recluse build. They're online, man. Like, this is the game. All right, now this is the phase.
Starts to get...
She flies away. You got to go hunt her down. You got to figure out where she is. Distortion, he's got the reads, man. He's like listening to the audio cues.
Shit.
Finding at the center. Look, he's looking up at the sky, and here she is, casting a giant spell. You need to stagger her out of this, or else she's going to drop this plane of ice on the arena. And they do it just in time.
Oh my
This
gosh.
absurd DPS. Phase 2 though. Phase 2 is not so easy to keep the DPS up, right? Caligo starts to get a little bit wild and wacky with.
It's like, listen, this is BS, okay?
Yeah, she's definitely enraged right now, but this attack, the homing attack is so good. You can always target the dragon's head here. This is a great build for Distortion here.
Yeah, and they didn't even trigger the attack either.
Like,
This is so hilarious.
Awesome. It's absurd. And the stagger, this could just be done. This could be Team Ludwig taking down the Night Lord 2. This is an
Here.
enormous lead opening up.
Oh my god.
That is crazy.
Yikes.
That boss has like 4 other attacks that just never went off.
All right, we got
because they just absolutely melted. So Team Squeex has a full health bar to recover.
That's so stacked though during that second day. That was pretty insane.
So Team Ludwig is in a comfortable lead now. This is it's really their game to lose. Point on, Team Squeex have got to stay close to keep that pressure on.
They are catching up though, which is pretty good. But let's see if they can get past this fog issue.
See if they can clear it as quickly. Find Caligo.
Oh, there we go. Run towards it. Oh, no. Just... No.
Guess they're going to dodge the attacks. Not familiar with the strategy. Oh, she's getting you high bind. Dodge the AoE attack. Big brain, big brain. But it's the slower strategy, right? Instead of playing aggressive, you can just stagger around. It's fair because I think if you get hit by that attack, you could like get run under if your whole team gets destroyed by it. Another big AoE attack. So Caligo's really running the clock down here. And the frostbite hiding away. Oh, it's so painful for Team Squeex. These breath attacks are so annoying. They're
I hate
running the clock down against you. And I mean, these dodges are insane from Aggy. The way he's just like stepping through that. I assure you, this is not normally.
He's like, I'm going in, dude.
Oh, okay. A big stagger. This is an opportunity. Aggy gets the full channel here. Just absolutely dumping DPS. Pretty important. They need to get some more staggers here. They need to keep Caligo controlled. If she starts flying away, that's going to become a real problem for them, right? It's really going to stall the game out. But I don't know if they're going to be able to prevent it at this point. The frostbite's coming in.
I feel like once that attack is activated, it just gets so much harder.
Yeah, once you start taking frostbites, you get slowed down.
Going right into just going full aggro the whole way, and then being like, well, I'm going to risk it this is probably the boss to do that on.
Yeah, right. You'd imagine so, but Team Squeex, they've got a lot of ground to cover, and oh no, the flying attack, the clock, it's so painful. I mean, I gotta emphasize that, Team Ludwig, that's the fastest clear I've ever seen on Caligo by a lot.
No, that makes me feel silly.
Exactly. Team Squeex here, it's like, this is a pretty normal run, like a decent run. They're pretty level, their damage is good, but these moving attacks from Caligo, it's like, not much you can do to speed this up. You just have to basically evade it.
He's doing a good job evading it, though.
Yeah,
the little recluse over here.
Yeah, it's really well played by Team Squeex. Like, I don't think there's something just absurdly strong play from Distortion, Gino Machino, and Ludwig there to be able to clear their Caligo so much faster and prevent basically this whole second phase. I feel like Team Ludwig, they didn't have to deal with some of these range attacks. They didn't have to deal with some of the stall that Caligo could put on. These frost attacks are doing just that.
I don't want to say they got lucky because players, but I feel like you really do get lucky by not activating. Because once it's activated, you're like, well, I'm slowed down now. Got that frostbite.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's part of it is because of their builds, right? They were able to, and the fact that they staggered out the phase 2 attack, right? They just like kept the aggression on. It feels like, okay, this is a big stagger though from Team Squeex.
Yeah.
This is what they need. This is the moment to get that recovery damage in. Parky gets the repulse with the colossal weapon. Still a bit of health, probably 10% health here on Caligo.
So
and Aggy's out of heals. He's in a little bit sketchy here.
Having a slower cast too from the frostbite doesn't help either.
Yeah, Distortion had such a ridiculously potent spell as well. Just like really potent for this fight. That range attack that he was able to find in the build. And their Caligo does go down, so they don't have to deal with another range attack phase. But that's a serious...
It's faster than what I would have done.
Oh my god, I'd be dead. I want to be clear for the stream, the chat. I'm dead in this run. I'm not... I'm back in like the second church that they found on the floor. But nice. Team Squeex, they got a lot of ground to cover in this run 3. They got to be kind of preying on the downfall of Team Ludwig. Maybe let's chap in with Team Ludwig and see how deep they are into their day phase.
Oh, they're going for little chariots here.
I love these.
Chaos.
These guys are so fun to fight now that you have like the double jump mantle and you can just like pop them in their little crit spot. It's so much more savage. These enemies in the base game are so annoying.
So for those who are just tuning in, there are no relics used in this game. Everyone's going into this completely bare.
We've made it as hard as possible, and apparently
not hard enough. So.
Oh, the Flame Chariot just evading Distortion as he's on a Raider for this run. Interesting choice for
I went
Distortion.
into their little house after I killed them, and I just want to be able to use that thing.
You can drive the Chariot. That's what they got to add to the next Elden. Drive. I want to drive the Flame Chariot.
Exploding beats too.
Oh, this is a 6 skin for the Raider for Distortion, and they're just going for the regular backstabs. This guy's proven a bit evasive. They get
Oh,
up to the
did
top.
he switch out to a Raider?
Yeah, so it's an interesting choice here for the Dark Drift Knight. Maybe wanting to stay. I mean, Dark Drift Knight is like a classic FromSoft boss,
Yes,
right? It's like
absolutely.
aggressive. It runs at you. It's just like gonna crush you. And so
Big sexy knight. I haven't
Yeah.
unlocked him yet, but
I feel like the double recluse maybe would have been rough, right? With like
Yeah.
that much aggression. Somebody like the Raider who can kind of stand and deliver and just like challenge and take some of that aggression is key. And I actually like that they've put Distortion on that role, because I think it's like a very high skill role to be able to stay super aggressive and challenge the Dark Drift, right? Basically like in
need
hand to
something
hand
that,
combat.
that can take some.
Exactly.
You need a big bonky boy.
And look, we love a big bonky boy. I'm glad it's not completely meta. I would basically if like Recluse is the top tier meta, but then again, who cares about the meta? You can do whatever you want in the.
Do you find it interesting to switch it up for the last one? But I guess it does make sense. The boss. Me, I'm like, if I'm having a good run, I'm not switching. I'm totally a creature of comfort.
I'm pretty much a believer that like if Distortion's doing it, it's like correct. I'm just assuming because this guy is just so different at these games. So solid, so dialed, and always has a great read on the strat. Team Squeex getting their last run as well. So they just got to keep it stable here, right? They might be a little bit down on time. The run might be against them here, but they can still put together a solid run, and they can still be in a position for like, you know, if there's out of nowhere like a run fail or a team wipe or anything that really does cost a lot of time, they could be right back in this competition. So they want to stay nipping at the heels of Team Ludwig, keeping the competition close.
Now have some builds too, because they have 2 range characters and then 1 strength build. So that's pretty good. So we'll see how this changes.
Yeah, maybe they'll. Well, they're still playing with the Wilder, right? So maybe a little not like. I'm interested to see how the Raider ends up playing. Like,
Wilder can technically be a big bonky boy, but he's just got a higher dex. So
he's a little more of a flex bonky boy. Raven's like the full commit, which
Fair's like Big Daddy.
Yeah, and I mean Raider does also the.
Wilder's more like an uncle.
Exactly. He doesn't really give like the dad vibes. He's more like your cool uncle. It's like you're sort of like your friend, but he's like 10 years older than you.
So I want to ask, how does scoring work? So the first team to defeat all 3 Night Lords will win, and we'll have the. What was the giveaway we have again? It was
giving away an Alienware Area 51 laptop to the winning team's community. So the winning team is going to get 3 of the incredible laptops, and they're going to be able to give it away to their community. So shout out to Intel and to Alienware for making this event possible, for putting the prizes together, and for supplying all our players with the equipment to play, and of course the giveaway for the fans. And goodness, these Guardian Golems, man, they're looking weak. They need to hit ankles. They need to hit legs. They're
Also,
looking like an apple on toothpicks up there.
Also, there hasn't been any deaths, so nobody's had to start a day over, which is awesome.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. We had to put it in the rules in case somebody wiped, but these players, I was telling them, I'm like, I don't think anybody's wiping. These players are so insanely good.
Choppiness on Ludwig's end. Oh no, it's doing good now.
Yeah, it looks like Distortion got that anchor.
He got the palm tree.
Yeah, this is a crazy weapon. We'll see what it's able to do here in the run. It's a great colossal for the Raider to use. And by the way, guys, we were mentioning about those Alienware laptops that are up for grabs that the winning teams are going to be able to give away. If you guys are interested in checking out the Alienware Area 51 gaming laptop or any of their line of products, you can hit that tab just below the Twitch stream. You can check that out. We've got it in the panel, so you can follow that link and check out the full lineup there. It's kind of, I mean, we were talking about this before the stream. It's kind of ridiculous how much power they've packed into these laptops. Like, this is like a full AAA gaming machine, except you can actually take it with you. Go. Kind of thinking about visiting them myself and maybe picking one of these up, because this kind of would be amazing for me, like taking a trip, casting some esports around the world, and being able to actually still play my favorite games on the. I'm getting dangerously close to spending some cash money. It looks pretty nice.
And we have another doggy stuck in a kennel.
Like somebody's got to let these dogs out. And an instant. I mean, the starter is so
Especially since this has happened all 3 Night Lords so far. I'm starting to feel bad for these Red Wolves.
Yeah, they're struggling, and I think it's only getting worse for them from here, especially with Raider. The wolf is leaving the kennel though. He's breaking free now. I love that some of the bosses do stuff like this. They like leave their arena.
I have those grafted dudes follow me up to the field. I was like, please go away.
Stop!
I did not sign up for the fight. I'm so sorry.
You could lose. And another red wolf out in the open field, this time in his natural.
You're like, listen, I was just asking for directions, okay? Maximum FP increase, it's always good.
Yeah, always a nice find here. Getting that glintstone sword passive is also pretty cool. It lets you clean up some mobs. It's just a nice DPS boost for the Laggy. And for Team Squeex, making a decent recovery, right? Turning this into a nice run, getting some river jails, getting as farmed as possible. They want to put themselves in position to make that comeback during the Night Lord. I think that's going to be their best chance. And also, some of those regular night bosses could be important. And that's a great spell. Looks like the Lightning Spear has been picked up for Aggy. That's a pretty nice DPS spell. It could be useful for the boss.
What's the, I forgot, what is this? I haven't unlocked this Night Lord yet, what his weakness is.
I'm not sure what his elemental weakness is, but this is just a very powerful spell for like the range.
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure.
To continue to deliver and also help clear some of these night bosses. And you kind of need a good build here to come together for Team Squeex to kind of make this recovery. I mean, Distortion and the squad there for Ludwig, they got such a huge lead off that last Night Lord.
So it looks like Dark Drift Knight is weak to lightning.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Keep that for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one, especially if they're able to level it up and you get it to the maximum possible power level. Of course, you always got to keep an open mind in a run of Nightreign. Like, sort of different builds are going to come your way, what shop items you have to choose from.
Nice, here we go. Looks like Ludwig is also doing another castle raid, which is good.
Yeah, maybe we can join in with Team Ludwig and check out their castle raid. What kind of castle that they've spawned in? Is it a Crystal Knight castle? Is it going to be one with those the trolls that throw the giant exploding pots on you? That is a devious castle, man. That is one that I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we let the trolls have their
little house.
They have their little house and they're playing together, and they can have their big.
Some of these dudes are just vibing. And by the dudes,
who's the villain in this game?
The dudes are the ones that hurt.
Are the dudes just vibing in the castle? Are they the evil ones? Coming in and stealing your stuff and, you know, opening all your chests? Am I the bad guy? Introspective questions you don't want to ask playing Nightreign. Stay focused, get those runes. It's just business.
Sometimes I do wish that they'd have extra days. Day 5? Hell yeah, I'll take that.
And they've got a beastly brigade here spawning out of the Everjail. These guys, the big AoE from Squeex was massive. That Iron Eye ultimate just does a huge AoE clear.
Damn, really taking advantage of that lightning. So good.
Yeah, and
it's like
I think
literally the only move you.
Yeah, so for folks who haven't played as much, don't know maybe how the Recluse works. The way it works is your first skill, you almost like pull the elemental damage that's done to enemies, you like pull it out of them and charge it up yourself. And then depending on which elements that you've kind of sucked up into your magic crystal ball, you're able to then cast a spell with combining, 3 of them into a whole different array of spells that are like native to Recluse. So it's kind of insane. And there's like 14 different spells or something crazy. It's sort of ridiculous how many options you have.
They like be pretty good in the magic builds.
I'm not gonna lie, when I play Recluse, I'm like just literally cast spells. Like I don't know what the spell does, but if I keep casting it, then surely.
Because you don't want to get hit with her character, especially because you will die.
And
unless you're these guys and somehow survive all 3 runs.
Yeah, this is such a solid run from Ludwig and Distortion. Distortion here on the Raider, looking tanky. Got that anchor online, and they're just going straight to the night fight. We're gonna grab a little flask upgrade here.
Oh, yeah, get it before the rain.
Always, I mean that's just beautiful right there. Beautiful efficiency. Grab one. I mean they're level 10, day 1. Like this is a great run. They have really everything going for them to be the winners.
They're not too far behind Ludwig, but now with that level, they might be able to catch up faster. We'll see though.
Yeah, you know, I mean, things can go wrong, right? If you wipe, like you're almost just like blown out of the water. And we think, you know, there's a nice advantage, right, from Team Ludwig. I feel like there's always the chance that they throw it away. But Ludwig has been dialed, to his credit, right? You know, you were talking about it, maybe that quiet confidence was something to believe in. The fans also, they believe Squeex. Squeex was talking smack. He got everyone on the side. And it's starting to look pretty good for Team Ludwig. I think Ludwig viewers, fans of Geno and Distortion are going to be happy. Maybe some Alienware laptops on the cards for their community for the giveaway. If they're able to maintain, though. And the Royal Revenant, okay. Talk about like a scary enemy in the base game, man. These Royal Revenants do not play, man.
They're just mean spiders is all they are.
They just hit you like 40 times. I'm like,
They're so aggressive. They have too many limbs.
Distortion just absolutely taking the fight. Look at that fire damage just pouring in there from good old Jimmy FromSoft, Geno Machino.
Jimmy FromSoft.
And like once again, Team Distortion, Ludwig, Geno, like they're carving these enemies up straight on to the day 2. I feel like their lead is only expanding.
And look at these level ups right here. All good. All right, see.
Team Squeex.
Again, they're gonna catch up here pretty soon, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's got a lot of day left to play for them, so they kind of need some kind of a slip up from the competition, but they've just got to stay as close as possible to make that even a worthwhile possibility, of course. So little Aggy leading the team through this giant castle, and the giant castle is scary, man. These are tough. Look at that, the main pot. Oh my, awesome. Aggy knows. He's so aware.
Should not, enemies this big should not be this fast. That's all I'm saying. Okay. But this guy, he's like, oh,
he's hitting with RKL with the flame. It's the beaches of Normandy out here. Oh, they get the stagger though, and I like the little Aggy's kind of holding back here, trying to play in like an angle where the enemy is the way he does his jar pots.
There you go, right in the booty.
Just absolutely
the kisser.
Put him to bed. See if they're able to grab some nice passive upgrades. Parky's out challenging another troll across the castle. So they're playing as efficiently as they can, right? Even splitting up and challenging foes separately.
Like they're both being at, I think being at around level 7 is a good time where you can split up and not be completely out on your own and needing help. Especially with this team.
Yeah, they got to decide what they want to prioritize here. Getting some level ups, getting some upgrades. They still have a bit of this day 1 left to play here. They can still maybe find some powerful build items that could lead them down different paths. They kind of want to move as quickly as possible though to start that night boss as soon as it comes up, and just like clearing out those ads. It's like every second counts when you're in this comeback position and trying to recover. Meanwhile, the other team looks like they're getting some item level ups, getting stronger here. Day 2 going very smooth.
That day 2 is definitely going to be crucial for Team Squeex.
Yeah, day 2 is going to be where the rubber meets the road. And this night boss also, I think it needs to be really sharp. We need to see that the build is really online. And they're level 8, which is good, but it's a little bit behind, right? It's a little bit behind where it's now. So they're definitely backs against the wall here. Not really much room for any kind of a mistake. And this is a spooky ad spawn. I don't know which boss fight this portends. Maybe something new and different, something we haven't yet seen on the stream. God, these enemies are
nice. Ugh. Little bug guys. I hate them. They're so
What's this guy doing? He's just walking around. He's just chilling.
He's just trying to find his keys.
He's literally on the ground looking for his keys in the dark.
Why are you attacking?
He's like, why? Stop hitting me. I think they're going to be able to start that night boss as early as possible. Waiting for that boss to spawn in.
Nice. Look at this guy.
Let's see what it is.
Go. Another one.
The Royal Revenant. Okay, so they're also like
the worst dudes ever.
Let's see if they also have the DPS to just stay full aggro. The ult cast from Aggy, allowing them to get that life steal, which is I think perfect for this boss, right? I think you want to stagger him, you want to force him back 24/7.
Yeah,
if he puts you on the back foot, you're in trouble.
I want to take anything from him.
Absolutely not.
30 arms.
Yeah, give him a chance. He's gonna start swinging. He even He's cheating. He's stepping out of the arena. But the DPS is very real from Aggy's build.
See, I always end up getting these guys in the castle, and I'm like,
Oh my god, in the small room, these guys are a serious.
why don't they get this guy?
I don't like this guy with his big head and his 24 arms. Not a fan.
I'm not a fan of any spider creature.
Yeah, like too many arms, it's not a good vibe. Not
From
good.
the spider,
Not cool.
not chill with that at all. All right, cool, nice. These are good level ups.
Well, we'll have to see what's going on in the other run here. Tapping back in with Team Ludwig. And day 2 looks great for them. They're going to take a challenge on the Blackblade Kindred at the top of the castle. I think this is one of the most difficult roles to get.
We love the Goth Kindred.
Yeah, this guy is seriously scary with the moveset, massive damage, and is buffed up here for being a world boss at the top of the castle. So Ludwig has got his work cut out for him. And they've got some powerful spells coming in from Jimmy FromSoft as well. Distortion, doing exactly what he's meant to do here on this Raider, just taking the fight straight to Blackblade Kindred, not dropping the aggro, keeping it on himself so that Iron Knight can keep pumping damage.
Oh, Jimmy FromSoft.
Jimmy FromSoft went down. They got it. Oh, 2 down. All right. This could be tough for Distortion.
Challenge.
Big attacks, very powerful. The power stance, great weapons
Good
too.
thing we got the Raider though. He can take these attacks. He's like,
Distortion he is in it to win it, man.
in the face. Don't even hurt me.
That's a beautiful roll from Distortion. Very clean. And he's just putting the work in with these jumping attacks. I wonder if he has like a jumping attack talisman. And there's even the poison.
Nice.
Okay.
Hit him with your palm tree.
Team
I mean,
Ludwig.
it's not a palm tree, but in my head it is. Ooh, good parries.
Insane. Yeah, I don't know if he even has a parry weapon.
Staff of the Avatar. No, down. Here we go. Here.
Team Squeex
Still
fighting the troll castle. They're trying to clean up what they couldn't, I think, in the day 1 of the castle. There's going to be a couple more buffs to find, a couple more enemies worth of runes to grab.
holding onto those lightning. Good too. Yeah, get him.
Troll. I was about to drop a body slam on them. I love some of the troll attacks. It's just like absolutely ridiculous. How does that guy jump so high?
That should be illegal. Big characters should be slow and bonky, not fast and jumpy.
He starts to do some crazy ninja attacks. I like the madness trolls with their big yellow eye.
Yeah, I'm very curious as I unlock more bosses, what other random weird characters I'm gonna run into.
You can also get raided in this game by like
Don't
other
tell me it's another
NPCs.
doggy. No, it's not. Oh,
I love these guys. This is like
The
such a fun boss fight.
Misbegotten.
Leonine
Yeah.
Misbegotten. This guy's such a fun fight, and he's so like, you just feel good fighting him.
He's
you know?
like a stereotypical good soul battle.
Exactly. It's just like big classic sword swings. He's not getting too crazy with you. You kind of know what to expect, but he hits hard, right?
Yeah, he's
like
pretty buff for great enemy in this game.
yeah, definitely. And that's the part of, they've really scaled the challenge in this game to fit the
Misbegotten.
player.
Sad name.
He's truly misbegotten. It's not looking good for him. Look, let's be honest. Nobody wants to come up against Team Squeex.
Critical hit restores. That's good if you do crits.
Yeah. And so, that's another thing about Nightreign is all the passives from all the weapons you have still work, even if you're not actively using. Well, I mean, of course, you're not going to be actively using all 6 weapons in your inventory, but all those passives are still affecting your build. So you can stay our runners, making some of those key choices on the looting front of like, what do you want in the backpack? What do you want in your main 2 hands? And like, what sort of build do you want to play with? And all of that can sort of shift throughout the run. And depending on what loot you find, maybe you find a passive that sort of leads you in one direction or another. But it's awesome to see some of these more experienced players showing off, I guess, some of the better decisions, some of the better possibilities that you could look forward to in a run of Nightreign.
Oh yeah. And seeing exactly where they run to. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes on where you guys are going.
It's also cool, like all these points of interest, like these castles and whatnot, you can kind of approach them from so many different angles, and there's so many ways to climb up. And
Oh yeah.
look at this. Come on, I did not know this.
The double jump and being able to climb aspect is really great add to this game.
Yeah, and it's really...
You're basically your own torrent.
Yeah, and the quick climb is going to put him up, and it looks like an Ancestor Spirit here up on the top of the castle. A fun enemy to fight. A very
These ancestor spirits.
tricky boss fight, but not too hard of one, I think, actually. One that they should be pretty comfortable with, allows them to put a lot of damage down pretty quick. Definitely a very cinematic fight in the base game too.
Oh, yeah.
It's like crazy
The
arena.
first time you go down to the Seothia River, and you're
Yeah.
just like, there's a whole area down here with stars and so beautiful, and then you're like, everything here sucks and hates me.
Yeah, like the guys who shoot their crazy spiritual bow at you and like one hit you in the early game. You're like, okay.
It's always like the unfortunate parts of these games is that Elden Ring has such a beautiful map design, and then everything wants to
Can't escape. And the Ancestor Spirit is just doing his thing, absolutely pouring in damage, but not really looking too hot in this battle. Team Squeex is making mincemeat from this range, although it's not any meat I would want to eat.
Any meat I'd want to eat.
Look healthy.
You don't want to eat that Ancestor.
Does not look healthy.
That Baja Blast meat.
That is, oh my goodness gracious, that is disturbing. You get a free side of Baja Blast. It's cooked in with the meat. We tap back in with Team Ludwig as they're clearing world bosses. Looks like, do they have another Shifting Earth? Is this the mountaintop Shifting Earth?
Oh.
Oh, okay. And some Yetis to fight some rolling Yetis. And they look like they're infighting with some of those dogs. And a big ulti. Oh, that's nice from the Raider. But these guys are tanky, man. They are taking that punishment with ease. Level 13 Raider here hitting him with all he's got. But still, the Snowfield Trolls. I like that they do the Fire Giant roll, man. That takes me back.
Oh,
Oh my god, this guy is getting absolutely
I don't think I've ever
smoked.
made it to the top either. I think I've always gone here and then the rain has. I'm like, dang it!
I mean, that's the thing with a Shifting Earth. You got to come kind of early and focus it down, but usually there's some super powerful reward that is worth it if you're managing to find it. But, man, Distortion with this Raider build, I'm curious to see how he goes against the boss. So many boons have stacked up. These guys have just absolutely destroyed the overworld.
Yeah, Team Ludwig, man, I mean, it does look like Squeex is catching up here level-wise too.
Yeah, they're definitely this is turning into a very solid run for them as well. And one where, you know, maybe in that final Night Lord phase, they have a little bit of a chance to catch up and earn back some time. That Night 2 boss could also be important. Team Squeex going to head over to this Droken Church, maybe grab some of the guaranteed Stone Sword key drops. Looks like they've split up just a little bit, maybe getting just a bit more done on the map. And every level is going to count here, so the stronger you can get, the more levels you can have coming into that final boss, the better your chances at making this comeback happen. You see Aggy just completely ignoring some of these smaller mobs, just pathing straight to the buff, straight to the high priority upgrades.
Nice. Here we go.
That's what this day phase is all about, right? Just getting as powerful as you possibly can be.
Skeleton's Cleaver. They really just added so much new stuff to this game. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to explore, a lot to sink your teeth into.
Oh, yeah,
for
I'm ready.
fans.
Fighting
The
through
flying
it
dragon.
now.
There's no way it's going down this fast. What is this DPS?
Even
What?
even HP just
got
kept
the
trying to
freaking
go back
race,
up.
too.
Dang, guys.
And he's got the Moguin Sacred Spear.
Okay, this is
Do you take the Mogue Spear?
Try it, but
Attack boost dragons.
I
I
feel
think
like
that's
you might have to, man, because
Yeah.
oh maybe
okay. I think that's
maybe
like
he does he have dragon?
Oh.
Does he oh he
a Lion's Great Bow is awesome.
yeah, we're getting 59.
I guess they don't really have a user for the Mogue Spear. Maybe it's not the
Yeah,
best. And the
it's so
Dark Drift Knight is very.
confusing.
So maybe it's not the best matchup.
Mhm.
whatever spell upgrades or elemental upgrades you can get is gonna be worth it.
Honestly, like you can't go too wrong taking the passive. The passives are great. Flying Dragon of the Hills. I mean that it's looking amazing for Team Ludwig. Like the amount of damage they put down on the Dragon Boss. Although Team Squeex also having a Dragon fight of their own that looks very solid right now. He's living up to his name. At least he didn't fly all the way up to the high ground here. Team Squeex able to look pretty stable here. It looks like that Ancient Dragon's Lightning casting away from Aggy. So he found a passive to proc that. And they've got a Scarlet Rot somewhere on the team as well, which could help as well with the Dark Drift Knight, kind of bringing down that Night Lord a little bit quicker. Team Ludwig looks like they're going to be climbing up to the very top of this mountain.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe we can just check out that Shifting Earth. I think for a lot of fans of Nightreign, maybe you haven't seen the Shifting
I
Earth
haven't seen the
mountaintop
top
before.
of the mountain before.
I don't think I have
Like, what would
in my runs either. So let's tap back in with Team Ludwig. and
Even
see-
the rain, the game's like, we'll let you do.
Yeah, see what's up here. See what's up at the top. Jimmy FromSoft just standing here like an NPC, chilling, vibing, considering what to do. I guess the boss arena is up here for them.
Yeah, they're kind of getting closed in on now too. So hopefully, whatever. Oh, who is it? Let's see. Oh, is it a dragon?
Another dragon.
The dragon.
Last one
What is
did
that
not
thing?
go too good. It looks like a
Oh,
beast man. The
these guys
bottom
are-
was This guy's tanky though for a beast man. Is this like a beast man or something?
Yeah.
He is strong. He is soaking hits from a very leveled raider, but oh, the distortion too has got him in the jumping attack cycle. Brutal. Oh, the humanity.
Beautiful.
These guys are too good, man.
Everybody just they're. We got a pretty. The last 2 runs they've had have like almost perfect.
This is just insane consistency from Team Ludwig, and I feel like Distortion has been leading the way at every turn. You know, in our in the night hunt we did for the launch of Nightreign, Distortion was had such insane runs, and it's the nameless team.
Get out of here,
Dude.
Oh my god, my nightmare.
This is so sick.
I have had yet to see the Nameless King fight in this game. I've only seen him in the launch trailer, so.
That's so sick.
Do you want to fight the dragon first, or do you fight him together?
Yeah, it looks like he's up there. He's vibing on the roof, and Distortion, they've got the ranged weapons, so he's ready for this fight, able to contribute damage in this phase, rather than going for the
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, all right. This is out of control. This may be the best Night Raid run I've ever seen.
Embarrassing Nameless King fight I've ever seen in my life.
All right. There he is, the real guy. All right.
Storm first. That's crazy. No.
He's not looking good for the Nameless King. Based on how the dragon did, it's not looking good.
I think it's interesting they call it Nameless King twice.
Yeah. Yeah, true. He doesn't have like the rename in phase 2. They are just fearless, although
that what's that from? Was that from the sorcery? What was that?
I think it might have been the recluse, man. That is absurd. They took like a third of his health off.
Yeah, oh my god.
Ludwig's down, but yeah, he's rezzing him while killing. Okay, Team Ludwig.
Embarrassing.
This is out of control.
I'm embarrassed for myself.
This is absurd. I mean, Distortion is putting on a real show for us here.
So what does the Air of Fire get you in these games?
Not sure. Let's see what passive it gives. It usually gives you some sort of very powerful passive in the shifting guard, and they're instantly proccing in to that
my god.
final Night Lord.
That is absolutely embarrassing.
They are so far ahead, man. They're buying some passives. They're like, this is like securing this run for Ludwig, Distortion, and Gino. Very, very solid performances from all of them. Ludwig been keeping that markup on the Iron Eye, doing his job. Stable, consistent performance. We talked about this. The key to this competition being that our streamer team needs to be able to keep up with their Souls runners. And so far, Ludwig has been beating the allegations from Squeex. Squeex was throwing a lot of shade in that opening interview. But he's beaten the flat tricycle wheel allegations.
Both teams are better than what I could ever do. So I could, but yeah, Ludwig has had two really insanely good runs.
Yeah, it's been really nice. Team Squeex trying to recover what they can here, trying to get in to that Night Lord fight, but the lead is pretty massive here. So Team Ludwig, it's in their hands if they can close out this win.
Yeah, damage is definitely a little slower for this boss though. I mean, he's a big boy.
And maybe we can come over to the Team Ludwig and just check out the Night Lord. Of course, I know a lot of people maybe haven't seen the Night Lord before. That Team Ludwig.
He is the Lord of the Night.
Is going to be challenging right now. As Team Squeex looks.
Very curious to know if this is what a normal.
I mean, oh my god. Okay, how is it already down at 3rd HP? Jeez. This guy is maybe one of the tankiest of all the boys. He's a giant centaur, man. He should not be this weak. I mean, the lightning attacks are insane. Beautiful hits from Distortion, just standing and delivering at close range.
Oh my gosh.
What is this? They've got every status effect in the book on this guy. I've seen enough, man. The riposte, Distortion, absolutely melting. And guys, this one is going to be over sooner than we thought, man. Team Ludwig off to a massive advantage.
God. Oh, God.
We need a huge clutch up from Fulgor, but it's not looking good for him right now. He's being just attacked on all fronts. Distortion has a level up in the tank. He didn't even bother leveling up, and he's just, I mean, he's laughing all the way to the bank. It's understandable.
Oh my god.
Team Ludwig. What a run.
Ludwig.
What a run. And the coordination.
Gorgeous.
The different strategies across all the runs. Distortion and Gino came up huge in this run, so stable. But Ludwig, that was a solid run, man. Like, you cannot say this guy was in the backpack. This was impressive work from Ludwig. He kept that markup, kept the downs to a minimum, was able to follow along with the full pace of the run.
Switching up with a more tankier character helped tremendously too, especially with that ultimate art with the giant platform that he has.
Yeah.
That really can save you from those big hunky attacks. Ludwig, can they hear us?
I don't think they can hear us just yet.
Wow, congratulations. Does look like we have, it still looks like Squeex is still at the end of day 2 as well, so yeah. But
Yeah, I think they'll be wrapping up
crazy.
with that Night Lord, but that's going to be our winning team, Team Ludwig.
Holy crap.
You know what? I'm ashamed to admit, I thought Squeex was talking such a big game, their team confident, so coordinated, and it was the quiet champions, as you said.
It was the blacks, like, figure it out. We got this.
Quiet confidence ends up winning the day. Team Ludwig, Distortion, and Gino Machino, an insane runs. I just was so impressed by, especially watching a lot of Distortion's feed that game. Like, all the different characters he played them so differently, and that really had a clear mastery of all the different styles of play. It's so rare.
I was a little scared when he switched up the character on the last run because I thought maybe they got a little too cocky from being ahead, and I was like, no, they got this. That Nameless King fight was embarrassing.
Seriously, this is like one of the storied fights of the FromSoft series, and yet it was just kind of a beatdown. I mean, this is a deserved victory. So, of course, the fans, the community can be excited. They can look forward to some laptop giveaways that Alienware and Intel have provided for us, for the winners, to be able to give to their community. So congrats to not only to the winners and Distortion, but also, of course, to the fans who are going to be able to some of this beautiful new hardware from Alienware. Of course, if you guys want to check out that hardware yourself, you can check out the link in the panel below the stream.
Also, right?
These beautiful things, right? I mean, it's just actually absurd to me that these days how good the laptops have gotten. You can run AAA games on the go. Like, for me, I travel a lot. I'm seriously, I need one of these.
You can play Nightreign on the go with this, actually.
Exactly. My girlfriend's going to hate it. I'm never going to
be planes.
Exactly.
On their Wi-Fi.
On the seat is like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I'm gaming, man. I'm locked in.
Dang. Yeah, that was a beautiful run for both teams, actually.
Yeah, not a bad run at all, I think, from...
And you know what, Squeex, yes, a little far behind, but they played beautifully as well. I mean, especially in that first day, they were pretty far ahead, and wow, this is crazy. They really also, having the Augur raid, I think really also buffed them up a lot, too, on the second day.
The shifting Earths, I will say, were probably a big win for Ludwig's team, right? That they were able to get those really powerful buff-ups, a lot of bosses to fight.
Now I'm
really
not
strong.
scared to do those. I was terrified of doing them, and then I realized, okay, that's it.
You got to be fearless. You got to go in and take that challenge as aggressively as possible.
Person to play with.
You be a normal person and just, play the game and have good runs and bad runs. It's insane to me, like, where I feel like I need a really good run to be able to deliver a solid performance and have a good clear on the Night Lord. These teams, it felt like they could deal with anything RNG wise. Like, no matter what bosses they fight, what weapons they find, they're going to look good.
They've been playing together. But yeah, let's see what Ludwig has to say. Let's get on over and talk to them for a second.
Yeah, let's chat with the winners.
Talk to them this whole time. I'm very excited to see how you guys are feeling right now.
Pretty good after that.
Yeah.
Pretty. Yeah,
awesome.
no big deal.
That run, guys, from my perspective, that run crazy. Like the third run you guys did, like some of the kills on those bosses, like even the Caligo run, you guys like just the second phase like didn't even really happen in that run. Is that one of the better runs that you guys have seen in your practice?
Yeah, I was just saying that earlier. I don't think I've seen a better run than even just the 3 we had. The double recluse, the high risk, high reward paid off pretty well. I don't think I've seen faster runs than that.
Have you practiced doing that before altogether?
No,
Not
actually, Diz hit me up asking to practice, and I played League of Legends till 2 a.m. instead. So it's my bad. It's on me, and I regret it. Frankly,
it didn't matter,
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. I took great teammates, great comms gets you.
Ludwig, you guys came into this very calm, very relaxed. You weren't taking the bait in the opening interview, but now that you guys have secured the win, that you're the champs, I just want to open the floor to you. Anything to say to the fallen foes, the defeated enemies on the other side of the field?
Well, frankly, I have a soft spot in my heart for Aggy. Squeex, and they're all phenomenal. So, to be honest, it wasn't like a battle against them in my mind. It was like, what would Gino and Distortion's two's chat say if I really choked? And that was.
You're like, what is the embarrassing thing would happen if I choked?
Yeah, and then I fucking fell off into a cliff into lava and died. And then I was like, oh, that
wasn't on stream. It's fine. We didn't.
stream.
We didn't put that on the program feed for a.
There we
We didn't.
Stuck on the mountain. Well, he'll be back.
Yeah, and then from there I was like, all I and then follow. I was in my head, I was right click following like it was RuneScape, and so I sometimes they would like double back, and I would just follow them wherever they went.
Y'all play beautiful.
It's not a bad strat. It's an impressive run. I'm sure your communities are going to be psyched to be able to get some of these Alienware PCs as a giveaway. I'm sure that'll be super fun. So, folks,
Away.
well, we got more prizes for the community. We got more prizes for the people. You can hold on to your laptop. We got.
I appreciate.
We got.
I'm not giving it away. That's the thing about me.
It's like, no, this is mine, and I'm the. I'll keep it. Fair enough. Fair enough. You guys, community, you're gonna have to pester Ludwig if you want to get the giveaway out of it. Maybe he'll keep a second one for himself too. But you seem like a humble king here, winning, Ludwig. Very.
We got that from every single person I know who plays a game that's amazing at it is just like the most laid back person. I was like, yo, he's got that. He's got that energy. He's got this.
It's beat out of you, right? After your 80th try trying to no-hit a game, like what anger lies within you?
It's the true test of a person, right? It's all distractions, all complexity left to the side. There's only you and the challenge in the game. I think that's a great point.
I don't have time to be stressed out about anything else but what's in the game, basically.
True. There's enough stress in the game. But congratulations, guys. Thank you so much for coming together and for playing this. And of course, to our defeated team as well. A great performance from Squeex, Spark and Harbor, Lil Aggy, and just a really fun one. I know the community enjoyed to get together and cheer you guys along. Be sure, of course, everyone to check everybody out on their social channels. We'll be able to coordinate the giveaways of those prizes. And thank you guys so much for the competition.
And shout out to Intel and Alienware for putting on this awesome event and sponsoring. And yeah, it's a good time.
Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you for the most interesting thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, really great runs, immaculate performances from our winners. And it's awesome to be able to see them, put that together. As you mentioned, just very calm, very chill. But sometimes that's exactly the vibe you need in a high-pressure game, especially in a competitive scenario like this, to be able to go up against such stiff competition as their opponents and still look as good.
I never thought I would see the day that I'd be casting an Elden Ring or From Software stream ever in my entire life. Really awesome to see what the studio's done, so I'm excited to see more things like this.
Yeah, I think it's super fun to see the game having been built from the ground up for that multiplayer experience, really allowing people to really play together and share in the passion that has always been there in the community, and people have always gravitated to those multiplayer elements.
Has it changed your style of playing?
Oh, absolutely.
Have you got some tips from
I'm like willing to try other things, because I'm like, you were saying this before we were talking on the stream of like, okay, if my teammates pick this, maybe I'll try something else. And having the community aspect to it, the team play, I think has made it something that's really fun to get into and play with your friends or with different people, and to see more of the world of the Elden Ring universe, where it's broken me out of my strength only boy shell. I'm trying to things. I'm gonna be just like Distortion. I'm gonna be just like Distortion on the first.
My problem is I'm way too aggressive, and I thought that was gonna be. I was kind of worried when I saw 2 recluses and I saw how aggressive they were. I was like, oh, so this woman is actually insane. Okay, I just have to be good at her. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty insane stuff. But you guys, we've got an incredible show for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this wonderful event put on, of course, by Alienware and Intel. And that's it for us. We've got a little bit of a replay package on the closeout. If you miss any of the streams, of course, everybody was streaming channel. If you want to watch the full POVs of any of this content, any of the runs, all that stuff is going to be on all of our creators' social channels. They're streaming and live through this whole event. So be sure to check that out. Also, you can remember, hit that Twitch channel just below the stream if you want to check out the Alienware lineup of PCs. And just thank you once again to our sponsors, Intel and Alienware, making this all possible, for bringing us all together.
And thank you, Jake, for being an amazing host.
Oh, thank you, Lisa.
Really made me more comfortable.
It was my pleasure, genuine. Thank you to the viewers, of course, for tuning in. And that's all for us, guys. Thanks again to everyone for bringing this all together.
Yay! They should show a replay of like.
Choose me, I choose choose my body now. I breathe in, I breathe in, I breathe much deeper now. The silence surrounds me. It is my favorite sound. I choose me, I choose me, I choose my body now. Oh, summertime, you drive me crazy. I can feel my body shaking, shedding all the fear you gave me. I don't know why I've been here waiting. Diamond underneath the pressure. I can feel so much better. I choose me, I choose me, I choose my body now. I breathe in, I breathe in, I breathe much deeper now. The silence surrounds me. It is my favorite sound. I choose me, I choose me, I choose my body now. Nobody knows my name. Going shadows.